Someone talk.
You're starting the stream.
46%.
Hey, it worked. You're at
All
40.
right.
I hate you
So
so
good.
much. I should get more points before I start playing this game.
You can get ahead of me while you're playing. All right. Last week, you guys had found the Tower of Etelka, the evil wizard you were looking for. Unclear if she's here, but certainly there's a lot of goblins here that used Bernard as a pincushion.
No fun.
He was in not the best shape. He's still not really in the best shape. But yeah, you guys had, I think, closed the doors and pulled back, and I think you were maybe discussing plans, and maybe you had one, but I think I was saying, hey, we should just discuss them next week because we'll forget in a week. So there you are.
I wanted to leave, but everybody else wants to die, so I guess we'll do that.
Got to get in somehow.
We could just take our boat somewhere else, off path, where there's no maps or encounters.
True.
There's a mushroom cave somewhere.
I hate those guys. There's a wand there that I need to get.
Tilly wants to crack the door open like a couple feet. Well, first I want to build a fire outside, and then crack the door open a couple feet and kick it in.
Let me set some context here just to make sure we're all on the same page. And correct me if you think
I'm not actually doing it yet.
Yeah. So right now it's daytime. It's probably before noon, I think. You guys had left town, and it really wasn't that far away. So I'm assuming it's like mid-morning. You've had the doors closed for a little while. I think Al had done recon. He'd gone up, checked a few rooms, and come back and hadn't seen anyone, but he'd heard voices. And I think mostly, you've been out here with the doors closed for a while. You guys were doing something. What were you guys doing out here? You were doing something for a little while. I know Dave got healed, but I felt like there was something else you did. Right?
Adam was getting the stuff together to light a fire.
Thank you. All right, that's what it was now. Excellent. And that's right. Okay, I remember now. And you'd made a roll, and it wasn't a great one, so you were going to have to look a little further to get a good amount of stuff. That's why it was taking longer. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. Resume your plan. Sorry.
So, I guess my plan is to have a couple people go around back where they don't expect us, and then smoke them out up front. So maybe they'll come and try to put the fire out. There's a back window.
It's like
I snuck around and went in the back door. Sorry, 1 second.
Probably right as Tilly's getting back and starting to discuss this plan. Tilly, Bernard, really everyone but Trent hears on the other side of the door some scraping. Yeah, it sounds like they're probably trying to pile some furniture in front of the doors. They're trying to be quiet about it, but every single one of you nailed your check except Trent, so by a lot. You hear some shuffling in there.
Well, it's a good time to throw open the door and kill some people when they're right on the other side.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
If that is what you wish to do,
kick open the door.
I will put it in combat. We're going to assume Tilly's stuff's kind of piled up, maybe back here. She was talking about it, she was getting it ready, but it's not ready to go. Who is opening the door?
I can. I'm good at that.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
I'm not trying to be stealthy.
I know. It's pretty good. Let me see how they roll. They roll better. I was gonna potentially give you a surprise, just throwing the door open, but they do manage to hear you move it up and getting in position. Not that it takes you real long or anything, but there you are. You can go. So I guess we have combat order here. 1 second. Technically, Dirk's first, but I'm assuming you're waiting for Bernard to open the door before anything else happens. Let's presume Bernard opens the door. But Dirk, if you were readied, you could do something. I doubt you want to run in there, but hey, who knows?
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
All right, Bernard, you threw open the door. You see... Actually, give me a strength roll. It's going to be pretty easy, though. They did not have time to put much there. That is fine, given that I'm giving you a bonus, because they did not have time to pile a lot in the way. It does take... you got to kind of throw your back into it and shove the door good, because you're pushing what looks to be like some chairs and stuff out of the way.
Okay.
I'm going to move these guys back a little bit. You see 2 goblins here, like, between them holding, like, a dresser or something and trying to, like they were, like, sideways walking, trying to get it up to the door without making noise. And you threw the door open, and they're both standing there. They probably just put it down as you throw the door open because they heard you coming, but they do not have weapons in hand. You see 2 at the moment, and that's it. That's it.
Can I get in there on my turn?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's a little awkward as you kind of climb over some chairs and stuff piled there, but it's not a problem given the short distance you have to move.
Ah. That guy. Right there. Actually, I can spend resolve to get rid of a condition.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, so you can get rid of fatigue for 1 resolve.
Rid of fatigue. All right.
I got it for you. Well, I didn't get the resolve, but I got the fatigue.
I got the resolve. All right.
You know how you do it, Dave? You dig down
Yeah.
deep.
I did. Watch this. I dug down so deep, I hit him with my sword. What's he roll?
He's going to have to dodge because he does not have a weapon in hand yet. Why does this want to give him a defensive? Oh, probably a shield. He doesn't get that right now. Oh, you got him. You got him good, Dave.
Mm-hmm. See that?
You slice him, blood goes flying all over. He screams in pain. Not quite down.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Griff.
Yeah.
You can either open your door or go in the other one.
What if they shoot me?
They might. Hey, give me a strength roll.
There's no shooters in here.
Oh, I heard there's no shooters.
Yep.
They could be invisible. You don't know.
It's just what I saw, okay?
Yeah, you burst the door open and chairs just go skidding out of the way. Yeah, so you can get up there. These goblins have terrible initiative.
That's a good thing.
For you. I still got to figure out... I'm still brainstorming ways to make a fortune less busted in this game. Like the 4 or 5 rerolls you get every session.
I like it.
Just make them non-combat.
Well, we were considering like 1 per combat. I'm considering like rather than just getting them back, you get them back by like going to the bar and drinking. Or otherwise having, whatever your character would
that's not very
consider
good.
to be a good time. You'll probably still hit. No.
Damn.
That little goblin rolls backwards over the dresser they were carrying, and
I kind of
halberd
tripped on, an ottoman or something.
Yeah. Tilly. Before you fire, if you're firing, make sure your crossbow's loaded. But also, you will be firing into melee if you miss by 20. Or you take a minus 20, and if you miss because of that, you hit your friend. One of your friends. But yeah, go ahead.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I mean...
Does he automatically hit a
loaded.
friend, or is it just some other target?
Yeah, that's a good point. In this case, I'd probably say friends, since that's what's directly between them.
Okay.
But yeah, I can see the case where it could be any one of the other three. In this case, no. If he shoots for the one on the left, it's going to be you, and if he shoots for the one on the right, it's going to be you or Griff.
I'll shoot the one on the left.
He wants it to be you, Dave.
I know. I already got damaged
I'm going
once.
to do minus 20.
Minus 20. You easily hit.
Of course I
don't believe he gets a dodge because that's not point blank. So the little goblin that Dave had already stabbed gets shot in the chest.
Does he kill him?
I mean, you can roll the crit, but yeah, he did. Torn
What is
apart
that
by a crossbow bolt.
162? What does that mean?
That was your crit roll, but it doesn't go above 150. Oh yeah, it does. But I mean, like the chart doesn't. The chart actually doesn't go above more like 120 or something.
Is that like? Oh, that's like what the result was, like torn apart.
Yeah, there's a table that you roll on, and then you add the number of like 10 times how much extra damage you did below their 0. So he was already very low.
Yeah.
All right, Tilly takes that one out. Trent, there's one little goblin that could.
Then I guess
Do you guys see a number right here or no? On the map? Or is that just me?
No.
Just
No
you.
number.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, good, but I don't really need the numbers either. Trent rolled on up, pushed Griff out of the way, and is murdering this goblin, probably. I guess actually, what? I don't care. I'm still having to go. Dude, he really had a good dodge, but it didn't matter. The goblin survives.
Obviously, the dodge mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is going to try to get out of there. I guess he is dodging. So, Bernard, I would not normally let you. Given that your goblin is dead, I'm going to treat him as having to dodge you to get away. But if your goblin was still up, I probably would not.
Okay.
Just so you know. But let's see. He's got a dodge. Let me try that.
You want me to attack him?
That
Wait,
works
he's
with me
targeting
2 people.
He's targeting me?
He's targeting both of you. I don't think he's getting away with that. He's trying to do the thing where he doesn't get the free attack. Go ahead and make an attack.
It gave me the buttons for dodging and opposing and unopposed.
Oh, well, that didn't work at all then. Oppose with your bastard sword. That's effectively what we're doing. But you just need to not get a -5, which should be pretty easy. And Trent, same for you.
It would not let me with. I'm sorry. It would not let me do it with the bastard sword.
Interesting.
I hit a button and it hit the unopposed, I think.
It's fine. Whatever. I just roll D100.
Okay. What's the D100 for?
Your weapon roll, but it doesn't look like that's going to fail for either of you. You'd need basically like 100 to fail, I think.
Oh, okay.
So he is running away, but you both get free attacks, it turns out. So we'll do Dave first since he's the faster of the two. And if the thing's still alive, Trent can attack. Oh, he does have his shield up now, though.
Running away with a shield?
Oh, that's true. Well, it's interesting because I don't really want him turning back and fleeing. He's trying to retreat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give him his shield. If you want to pursue, you can for free, but I figure there's a chance you don't want to go up into that area.
Yeah, I'll pursue, but I'll be watching up to see if they're there.
Yep. That said, Trent, you can take an attack too because he managed to block Bernard with his shield. Really, even without the shield, he made it. But
bullshit. That's what it was.
He's not turning to flee, but he's definitely getting out of there. is really what it
Sure.
amounts to.
It's not letting me select much of anything after I tried to hit the button.
Hmm.
You put us
I
in a
wonder-
weird state with
I
that.
might have. Let me see if I need to. All right, maybe now try.
Yes, now it popped up the weapon
Okay,
test.
yeah,
properly.
you were still like mid, whatever. Nope, Trent. He was so busy blocking Bernard's blow that Trent clips him. Probably
Yeah.
kills him. So he tries swinging his shield around to you. You break through it, smash his hand to pieces. I might actually have him survive that, even though he's effectively. Oh, he's bleeding though with 0 wounds, so that'll be fun. He runs out into here and probably dies. Probably splays out right about there. Makes it a little bit. Oh wait, he might have gone prone. My bad. Let me check that. Not that it matters all that much. Did it roll it? It did roll it. He failed.
It did
Yep,
roll it. He was stunned
yep.
and prone. Yeah.
I didn't see it. Never mind. He didn't make it too far. That is that then. They never even went. At this point, we can stay in round by round, or I mean, you do not see combatants at the moment.
Right. He went in that side one there.
I reload.
You're opening the door?
This door's already open.
Oh, I think I bumped it. My bad.
Oh, okay. Sure, I'll open it. I'd rather go
Okay.
in the side than up the stairs right away, and I'll.
So that room is a bedroom, and sec. Sucked. Try that again.
What's a dumpling?
You guys can see that? I thought that was hidden.
It just says dumpling rolled a 9 on D100.
Oh, I was rolling it. I had something selected when I was just rolling some dice. Okay. Yeah, so you know, it looks like a bedroom. You see a door on the other side. You don't see any goblins in here.
Okay.
Unless it matters, I'll take you guys out about round by round. Does anyone like know it matters?
I'm not charging up the stairs or anything.
I'm going to end
Just
combat.
reloading.
Yeah, you can reload for free now out of combat. Upstairs, you hear a horn blowing.
Okay.
Yeah. And Tilly, if you wanted to do your plan, I don't know if you still do, but like you now have the opportunity again. There's no one fighting you. But
I don't think there's much need for smoke anymore.
Yeah, we're finally in.
all right, go ahead. If you're moving up or opening the door or whatever, go ahead.
Okay, I'll keep going.
I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but
I'm
you are cleared
charging-
to advance.
I'm charging through looking for little pockets.
Yeah, that door actually would have been open. Sorry. And you can see a kitchen on the other side.
All right.
You notice everything, like all
there
the
any food?
tables and stuff, are very low to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like goblin height
yeah, I mean that'd work.
on purpose.
That'd be good for goblins.
I don't like that. I'm like,
A lot of the
"Oh,
other, although a lot of the other furniture you've seen in here, particularly the stuff that you just saw dragged out front, was
Yeah.
not. But this bedroom you just went through looks like it's for someone shorter, as is the kitchen.
Wait, I thought last week we determined that goblins were not short.
I mean, they're short; they're just not size small.
Okay.
Like they're probably like 4.5 feet tall or something. They're not tall, but they're not like midget sized on the map. You know what I mean?
okay. If everybody else is coming this way, I'll hang out in this doorway before advancing to the next room.
Please move yourselves on the map
Is there any
wherever you're going to
food
be.
in the kitchen? Apples,
Yeah.
potatoes, carrots.
Yeah, you actually see a pot of stew on the stove that actually smells pretty good. Looks like it's not ready
Digging
yet,
in.
but
Close enough.
well, the potatoes are a little undercooked at the moment, but yeah, it's not bad.
That's how I like them. Just like Mom used to make.
Yeah, keep going if you want.
I'm gonna
Dirk,
carry a bowl of stew around.
hold up, actually, Dirk. When you enter that room, you get a glimpse of someone under the bed. Like no one else noticed, but you see that there's someone under the bed. A smallish shape.
Okay, so I play it off as though I don't see them.
Yeah.
And I go and whisper to Trent and Tilly not to look, play it cool, but there's definitely someone under the bed.
Tilly turns around with her weapon raised.
Look up.
Yeah, I don't know how to play it cool.
I don't know, fly casual.
What does Tilly do?
I'm gonna stoop down, try to not spill my bowl of soup, and look.
Oh, that's true. You were in the kitchen, weren't you? Yeah. Never mind. You're not even in that room. You're over here. This is the kitchen over here. You're in here.
Oh, there's another bed.
No, we're in the kitchen.
I was looking at this bed.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
This room's kitchen. This other room was the bedroom. So yeah, you probably would have been there. You probably just told Trent, Dirk. Sorry, Trent. What do you do?
Fair enough.
How do you react?
Under the bed?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
Then I probably slowly make my way back over there and take the sledgehammer take my warhammer to the bed.
Give me a strength roll or an attack. I don't know. Give me a roll. It doesn't really matter what it is. Is your goal to destroy the bed, or is your goal to crush anything under the bed, like go through the bed into
Yes. Yes to both.
Yes to both. All right. Fair enough. Do a weapon attack roll then. Just untargeted though.
You're gonna be attacking some little kid that's a prisoner.
Yeah, I hope it's a kid. I hope
good
it's
guy.
like a baby.
That's pretty good. All right.
I hope it's something that makes Sigmar sad.
Cult of Sigmar. Root out greenskins, chaos worshippers, and foul witches without mercy. There ain't no making anyone sad out of this.
So
I mean, if they had a some kind of a hostage, but they didn't know we were good people. We can get that.
Possibly, but I'm guessing it's a goblin, so I'm crushing.
you break the bed. You do minimal damage to what's under it, but you do hit the person. Or in this case, it turns out to be a halfling who's cowering under there. Like you clip them. It's not like you make direct combat. It's more like you smash part of the bed into them, right?
I hope it's not
Okay.
our halfling.
It is a different halfling. But how would you know?
Sure? They look
I don't
pretty
know.
the same.
Are you sure?
I'm not over there. I don't. I suppose I'll come check out after I hear the noises.
We got the ruckus.
But yeah, it is a female halfling. And she shrieks. And probably tries scampering. You should probably yell, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me!"
It's one of them peach goblins.
So you guys in the other room, you're just opening the door. You probably hear that commotion, but I'll tell you what you see in the other room first.
Okay.
Dining room that looks like it's been all smashed up in a not great way. The table itself is still intact, but like the cabinets have like the silverware all pulled out and on the floor, and smashed plates and stuff. This door on the other end is kind of closed, but it looks like it's been kind of smashed, so it's more like it's hanging in a closed position rather than tightly closed.
Okay.
All right, back to the other room now. Or for that matter, Bernard, are you continuing on, or are you going to go check out that sound?
No, I heard the smash.
All right.
I'll wait here and just kind of keep an eye on this doorway until they resolve whatever's happening in that other room.
All right. So yeah, there's a halfling woman there shrieking, "Don't kill me!"
I'm definitely in restrain mode.
Yeah, I'll pull the Warhammer back and put it down on the ground and basically rest on it.
So she, wait, let me check that I'm right here. Is unarmed except for like a meat tenderizer in her hand, which is one step up from unarmed, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely not quite a club or anything. She's got it now that you're getting a better look at her. She's wearing a apron, and she's, I don't know. She's probably kind of looking at you, trying to gauge what you're about to do, but she's cowered like back, against the wall, kind of in the wreckage of the bed there.
Okay. Like I said, I basically put my weapon resting against the ground and apologize. Sorry for striking at you. Thought you were another goblin.
I'm just
Go ahead and smash those nasty things. What was that? Go ahead.
I'm just positioning myself in such a way where if she tries to run, I'll be able to cut her off.
Then position yourself where you think that'd be.
Okay, give me a sec.
Yeah, she's. Yeah, you should smash those goblins, filthy things.
Is that even halfway sincere?
Give me an intuition check.
I'm not there. Never mind.
I thought you were coming back. You can be if you want. I mean, it's up to you.
Okay.
If you're standing watch over there, then yeah.
I'll at least try to keep an eye on both rooms.
It seems sincere, but it also seems like she's playing it up a little bit, just as like trying to put even more distance between herself and them. You know what I mean? But it does seem like, yeah, she has no love for them. She seems very wary of you guys and doesn't know what's going to happen to her, though. So she's definitely trying to.
I've got a halfling buddy. I think his name was Eugene. Do you know him?
No, I don't. No, Eugene. Wait, Eugene Sims? That Eugene? I know a Eugene Sims. Kathleen wasn't even named Eugene.
He might have been. He was a cook.
He was a cook. She's a cook too.
Oh, his name was Skippy. That's right.
He didn't like being
I
called
thought
Skippy.
Sleeves was the cook.
Never met a halfling named Skippy. Listen, I work for Mistress Etelka, and these goblins. I know she's had some dealings with them, but they came in here like a week ago, and they basically took over the place. They've been smashing things. Like, she left, and they came in.
She left? Has it actually left, or she's just gone?
So you are evil.
No. What? What do you mean?
You heard me.
Genuinely confused why you'd suddenly say that. But I know she had a visitor and she left with him, and she said these goblins were she said these goblins were going to be coming in here and watching the place, which is crazy. And then it wasn't more than a day or two when they just started smashing the place and wrecking everything. And
What goblins do?
I mean, I would have left, but they want me to cook them food, and it keeps them happy for now. They keep saying they're going to cook me. I can't believe Mistress Etelka would deal with them, and I'm quitting. This is insane. Yes, don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you.
She doesn't say that, but her face is
We might.
very much looking like that. Yeah, it's like 50-50 with you guys.
Pretty true.
Them's good odds.
We almost just smashed a bed into her to splatter.
It was a little
So, you
bruising.
know.
She's fine.
I mean, she basically just admitted she's working with the goblins, so she's not
Yeah.
exactly doing well
Yeah.
here.
Well,
She's doing it to stay alive.
yeah. It doesn't seem like she's got much choice.
Sure, she does. She can leave right now and head back town.
I'd be happy to leave right now.
Yeah,
There-
I don't think that's a choice we should give her.
I think that Bernard should strap her to the front of his breastplate for protection, and then we should go up the stairs.
So,
The one you want to watch out for is Gutbag. I don't know all their names, but I know his name. He's the one who bosses them all around. He's the one who got all violent and rude, started breaking things and saying this place was theirs now.
okay. So are you familiar with this place?
I work here. I work for Mistress Etelka.
I was gonna say,
I mean,
she
used
works
to.
for the person who owns the place, so yeah.
So
Used to.
you tell me how to get upstairs without going up that big round staircase? Is there another way out?
Not unless
Is
you
there
get
like a
a,
staircase?
not unless you get a ladder and climb up outside or something.
Why is there goblin-sized furniture here if they took it over?
It's me-sized.
Oh, it's you-sized. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. That was insensitive.
You're right. He is insensitive. Sorry. It was me being insensitive.
I've worked here for years.
But not anymore.
Not anymore. Not after this. I was treated pretty well until recently.
All right. I don't think
Leaving
we
me
have
with a
enough
bunch
time
of goblins.
I don't think we have the time to sit here and have a conversation. We probably need to get upstairs and handle these goblins.
Okay.
Watch out. You know what? Somewhere around here, there's a couple villagers. I don't know where the goblins stashed them, but they brought them in last night. If they're not dead already. They said they were going to make me cook them, but luckily they haven't made me cook any people yet.
Oh, that's good. I truly hope you wouldn't cook people.
I'd be careful though. There's probably like a dozen of them in here.
I can handle a dozen goblins. As long as I don't have bows.
Roll intuition on that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Feels good about that. Assuming you're not lying.
Yeah.
As far as you know.
Sure. Like I said, as long as I don't have bows, I can handle a dozen.
Meat tenderizers. +5 damage. What? That's better than a basic weapon. That makes no sense. No, it was +1.
Strength bonus +5 or just
Never mind. It was
already included her strength. Okay.
Well, her strength's only 2, so actually I don't know why the stat block says +5, but the weapon is
Well,
a
then
+1.
Oh, okay.
It might be that Foundry and the module are in disagreement, and the Foundry is smarter, giving it only a +1.
Yeah.
Could be magic, though.
Well,
Who knows?
What do we want to do with her while we're cleaning the rest of this place out?
Let's let her go.
Well, she knows about the mistress, right? And we need that information, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Like
tell
I
you,
said, we
I'll
don't
tell
have
you
enough
anything you
time.
want to know.
Well, we don't have enough time right now to question you about her, so we're gonna.
She
I don't know.
she goes and climbs in like I'll hide in a cupboard in the kitchen. It's the only place they haven't trashed yet because they like the food I make.
Okay.
Don't die. Or if you do die, scream loudly so I know to run.
Okay. You got it.
That's fairly considerate.
I'm gonna go to this door, Derek, and I'm gonna open it up and look out.
Okay, so what you can see, and I probably should have mentioned it. Well, no, this would have been the first one you came across. When you look, you can actually see through this door without opening it. It was a mirror on when you're in the round like tower area, but on this side it's like glass that you can see through. So without even opening it, you see a perfect view of that, and you can actually see a couple goblins up here with bows. Kind of they're like watching down all over the place.
Okay. So if I came out, they'd see me.
In fact, looking up, let me give you a goblin count. You see 1, 2, 3. You probably see 4, but your visibility isn't like you can't see above you well, so you're kind of seeing the forward arc of that room, and you're seeing about 4 goblins with bows up there, like watching down.
Okay.
Give me a perception roll, actually.
Perception.
That was a really good roll. You're pretty sure you just saw a goblin in a red ball gown walk by up there too. It was weird. It was really long. It was not fitted perfectly for that goblin.
Right. They're trying on clothes. Trying on mom's clothes.
But yeah, you get a good view of that area from back here.
That's what I wanted a good view of. Goblins in evening wear.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Hope it didn't awaken anything in you.
Is it actually a door on this side?
Yeah, you can open
like a handle and all that kind of stuff. Do I think I can open the door until he can get a shot?
I imagine it slides, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Does it slide enough where Tilly could just shoot out of the crack? I don't have a ranged weapon, so I'm gonna have to rely on.
You'd probably have to get it like 3/4, halfway open, but yeah.
Okay.
If that's what you want to do.
Maybe not. I'll open this door. Can I? You said it was kind of cracked open.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Stealth.
My rolls aren't hidden here, but I've got some hidden bonuses and penalties to what I'm about to roll. So.
Okay. Aha!
Pretty bad. That was also pretty bad, but it was pretty bad less. Plus, I was given a bonus.
Sure. I'm good with bad stealth. I mean, I'm not like throwing the door open and just walking out in there.
No. Yeah, I just wanted to know if something knew you were coming.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll change this up a little bit. Okay, yeah, you can open the door. And then give me a perception roll. It's kind of acts as a surprise, but you get a +20 on the roll.
Oh God, really? Well, I miss.
You can reroll if you want.
Left. I can what?
It's kind of if you see the ambush coming before it comes. You can reroll if you want. Well, yes, but that's different than actually not losing your first round or whatever. Anyway, you get a +20 on the roll, but that would not have been successful. You can reroll if you want to spend a point. It's up to you.
Sure.
I'm not giving you any defensive penalties. It's just effectively I'd give him a free shot.
Oh God, never mind.
That was worse. So as you open the door, you see kind of just everything in here is smashed. Although you do see like a bunch of torches unlit on the floor and like a big pile of arrows, like at least 100 arrows are just like stacked up in there. From the room across the way are 2 goblins who are watching that door and both loose arrows at you as you open it. You were opening cautiously though.
Okay.
So I'm giving them a free shot, but I'm going to give them a minus. And there's like cover rules somewhere. I think -20.
Okay.
think they're a little far back in the screenshots.
Say that again?
I think I screenshotted them somewhere. Maybe not.
Awesome. Yeah. That's point blank. You know what, Adam? I want to make you master of ranged combat modifiers.
Oh boy.
Even if it's just remembering the page number. This stuff, because I feel like this is what we look up every single time.
Off cover, medium cover, or hard cover?
I would call this hard means you can't see them at all.
Hard is like behind a stone wall.
Yeah.
Target medium cover is like wooden fence.
Yeah, let's do medium.
Minus 20. And yes, it was posted back up on 12.8 in the HM Screenshots channel.
Dave, do you have a shield?
No.
I can't remember.
Nope.
Don't be so surprised. I was gonna let your shield be in the way if you did.
Well, I mean, if I thought picking one up and like that other guy had a shield, right? I probably would have started. My plan was to look around here and then go grab that shield and open one of these doors and try to get one of the range guys out there with some protection.
Gotcha.
But haven't had an opportunity to do that yet.
Minus 20. But they will, however, crit, because that's how they do. However, your armor, you can take off a point of right leg armor, and that'll soak the crit.
Okay, I'll do that.
So after that, you end up taking a point of damage. Like, it's applied already, but like that arrow shot went down to 1 point of damage, just so you know. The other one's also shooting at you.
Said right leg.
Yep.
Right leg.
Really hits. It ended up being 3 because it was the same leg, which just lost a point of armor, and he was 1 point higher. So anyway, yeah, you got shot in the leg. It wasn't real bad. I mean, it's not like you've got the arrow sticking out of you or anything, because it's not a crit. But
You did.
Yeah.
Okay,
Totally ended up taking 4 damage on 2 hits. All right, now it would be initiative. I will put everyone in it. Actually, I'm just going to I'll put everyone in it. Even though some of you are not really probably fully aware of what's going on. However, they're like real bad on... Oh, no, I just didn't realize. They end up being last anyway because their initiative's so bad. But Dirk, I don't know what you were doing. Probably you're not doing anything during this round, but maybe.
No.
All right. Bernard, what are you doing? You open the door. They both let loose their bows. It looks like they're both trying to, draw another arrow, but you can probably get up there before they do.
You said that room was so much full of crap that...
It is not a movement penalty. It's not a movement penalty.
Okay. All right.
I mean, there's junk in there, but it's not like it was built to be a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were both trying to shoot their bows again, which they can't do now that you're close up, although maybe one of them will be able to back up.
Okay.
See, go ahead and murder a dude, I guess.
Try.
Pretty good. He will try to dodge out of the way. Field. A mere 17 damage.
All right.
He is still up, but just barely, because they apparently have some decent natural toughness, or I guess they're all wearing a little bit of, goblin armor.
Goblin armor.
Overall, they soak 5, but Griff, you probably heard Bernard go running in, so you know something's going on, but I don't know if you know the details.
Could be anything.
Even a boat.
Could be a boat.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Tilly, how about you? You've got a better idea what just happened. Something
Bernard
on the other side of that door shot him.
His blood coming out of him. Just like a little while ago.
Can't see. Can I take a step?
Yeah. You're probably going to have to get in the door to be able to see.
I still can't see him. I'll stand behind Bernard. Well,
That's not Bernard.
That's
That's Trent.
I'm coming in. All right, that's it. I don't think I can shoot, right?
I think you can because it was still green. However, you get Andrew knew this once upon a time. I think he get -20 for shooting on the move. Maybe it was -10. It was something.
I think it's.
I don't want to
only
do that
minus-
and shoot through Bernard.
-10.
Then you're not shooting right now. You can take aim, I believe. Your bonus action.
Okay.
That was a thing, right?
How much?
I don't know. Look
Yeah,
at
I don't know if you have to aim for the whole round or not. That
I'll
is a thing somehow.
I'll assume you could move, and then your action can be aim, and then you're basically delaying a turn to fire. I think I'm okay with that. Trent?
I'll head up. I don't know if I can attack or if I'm just
Yeah.
up there ready to. Okay.
I think you could. I mean, if Trent could, or if Bernard could, you could, unless you're slower.
No.
Yeah, you were still green. You were good.
Okay.
This one's almost dead. That's the one he attacked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll attack that one too.
I guess the blood helps.
Helps you figure out which one's dying.
He does not manage to dodge out of the way. You catch him in the leg, and he dies.
Awesome.
The other goblin, who was hoping to be able to scrabble away while you were busy with his friend's not there anymore. We looked, and you cannot shoot a weapon in combat unless it had the pistol, or a ranged weapon in combat unless it had the pistol quality, I believe. It turns out short bow does not have the pistol quality. He will drop the bow, draw his sword, and ineffectually try to stab Bernard while basically... Well, let's make a cool check for him.
I don't know that there's any ineffectual. I mean, they hit me last time.
He's basically screaming and crying while he swings at you. But, why does it say I have Tilly select? No, never mind. Good for him. All right, Bernard, you can defend. You easily defend it.
By one. It's not easy.
Easily. Dirk, back to you. Somehow you got up in that door. There you are.
Around? Well, I moved up
Okay.
because
yeah,
I figured I could, given that it.
Yeah, I think so. Fine. That poor little goblin. I'm going to have you go to -20 if you're attacking, because there's already 2 people through the door, but you absolutely can.
Well,
Poor goblin, he shot me.
Yeah, these were the 2 guys who didn't make it upstairs when everyone else did. They've just been cowering down here.
Poor goblin.
Were you doing anything, Dirk? I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. He does
Yeah, I
have
was
a
making
weapon
sure I
there.
got the. I had him. Oh, I didn't have him selected. Get bless it.
I guess his dodge is the
Wait, I
same
did
as
have it
mine.
selected.
You did. Yeah, you're good. So he fumbles trying to defend against you, stumbles badly, and is not going to be going anywhere, which is probably what he was going to try to do. So, Bernard, you're up. He stepped back. He like stepped into some rubble on the ground, got his foot like stuck in it, and he's like trying to pull it out. Probably going to die that way.
Smash him like he's in bed.
You're helping get his leg out of there. That's nice of you. He is still just barely alive after that really nice hit. Griff.
Oh, there's goblins in here.
There's a dead one. At this point, I don't really think you can attack there. There's already 3 people attacking through a doorway.
Oh, is there a door? I couldn't even see the wall. There's so many people. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I won't stand in the doorway then.
This door here is another one of those mirrored doors. And you can see, again, goblins up above with bows. Tilly.
Oh, I can get him. What's the penalty?
Well, if that's the one you
Oh.
were aiming at, I don't know.
It is.
No
There's only one.
penalty.
Okay.
The aiming would balance out your penalty to hit through your friends.
Yeah.
However, should you miss by 20 or less, then you hit a friend.
Okay. I'm not afraid.
Turns out you hit. That was point blank. He actually gets a dodge. Maybe he'll make it worse for himself. He did. He had a little damage for you by dodging into it. You can roll that crit, but that's definitely going to be death.
Okay.
267. All right. He was screaming and crying and trying to pull his
killed him by
leg
the
free,
leg.
and you freed his leg for him.
Shoot his leg off?
So it would seem.
Rude.
All right. Well, those goblins seem dead. This room again looks just all smashed up.
We obviously have to be running through the house faster so that we keep our advantage up.
You see another pile of arrows in here.
Anybody need some arrows?
Yeah, if you need arrows for a bow, there are plenty.
What about bolts? Any bolts?
Nope. And there are like a couple dozen torches in here too, if for some reason you need a torch. All right. Me.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out a healing drought and
Yeah.
use one of those.
Yeah.
How do I just use it?
I think you can use it in the inventory section, but
Healed 4 wounds. Did it heal 4 wounds? It did.
and it probably removed it from your inventory too.
It did.
Yeah. Great.
Are we still in combat?
You can actually get another heal check too,
No,
because that's a new wound, new combat.
He removed combat, so we lost our advantage.
If you were about to push up into the stairway, I can give you your advantage back. But it sounded like you were probably continuing your exploration.
Yeah.
Now that you can look through kind of all three of these mirrored doors, you can see most of the angles. The only area you couldn't really be very sure of is goblins, like directly above right here. You just don't quite have the right angle for that. Zoom out my map. You see 1, 2, 3. You see 6 goblins right now, like kind of around that circle at various points. I'm sorry, you see 5.
Can I hit any?
If you open one of those doors, but then they could fire back too. So
That doesn't sound good.
But you're a better shot than them, so you should win.
But they're definitely watching, and in particular, they're looking in the area you guys were just fighting because it was very noisy, and they know roughly where that was. So
I'm gonna run around here, Derek.
like probably as you're looking out either this door or this door, like you see the goblins staring right at that door. All right, you go around. Trent, weirdly, Trent of all people is the one who hears the braying of wolves in the distance. I rolled for all of you, and Trent was the only one who succeeded. With a roll of 5.
Baying of wolves. There's just out and about.
Well, they blew the wolf horn, so the wolves are coming.
Yes, you may recall they fight with goblins and wolves last session.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the wolf riders.
Yeah, I don't want to fight any more of those.
Let's just barricade these doors.
I'm gonna run around here. I'm gonna go check this door, Derek.
Yeah. Go ahead, open it up.
All right. What's in there?
Well, let me unhide the people who
Oh,
got
okay.
hidden for
Sorry.
some reason. So it's a closet that you're opening the door into, it smells real bad. It smells like and looks like the goblins have been using it as a toilet, perhaps, and tied up, gagged, and just kind of laying in the filth because they don't have much choice about it. Are a couple of a young man and a young woman, human.
Villagers.
And they start going against their gags when they see you and like trying to, they want to be free, obviously.
Yeah, I'll start giving them a hand up, trying to get them out of here.
Yeah, if you have a dagger or something, you can cut their. I mean, you could do it with a sword too.
Yep.
But
All right.
It probably takes you about a minute to get them up and free, and they're thanking you, and just.
Don't thank me yet. There's still a bunch of goblins around here.
We gotta get out of here. They were gonna eat us.
I heard.
Where did you go, Dave? Where are you?
By the front door.
Did you walk through this middle part?
He ran all the way back around.
Okay, all right. That's
the smart way.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Tilly, as you go through the kitchen, the little halfling pops open the cupboard she's in, and she's like, "So, did you get them?
Safe yet?
Are we leaving yet?"
We should.
Not yet. We're getting close.
Okay, she shuts the door again.
Make some more soup.
No.
Make some soup that'll make them enraged.
Give us another hour to slow simmer. Wait, let me make a cooking roll for her, see how she did. Oh, that soup wasn't going to be very good today anyway. That's a shame.
Better than
I mean, it would have been average. It would have been average. All right. Probably at this point, yeah, let's just find out. Yes, literally everyone at this point can hear wolves as they're closer than they had been when Trent heard them.
Are they coming towards the house?
They must be if they are closer than when you previously heard them.
I mean, we can't see them, right? Yeah.
Although Trent's the only one who's heard them earlier, but yeah.
Okay.
No, you can't. Well, I mean, you're inside the house. You can't see anything right now.
All right. How about bring these guys out here? Maybe shuffle them back over to the kitchen. It'd be best if you guys wait in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then maybe they can get cleaned up too. I don't know.
They're probably at about half health each. The gist of what they say is they talk over each other, even though you're like, we don't have time for this. Is they're like, yeah, they were like kidnapped out of their farm last night.
Right.
Some of their family was killed, and they're asking if you know what happened. And you're like, I don't know, I don't have time. But
I just got here myself.
they probably overturn a table in here and like hide behind it.
We probably should have them with us so there's more people for the wolves to chew.
And
More meat shields?
they probably find a couple knives too.
Oh, that's good.
Meat tenderizer was already taken. They don't look like
Sigmar
they
is
last
with
long.
them. They'll live.
They're like, late teens probably.
It's better than some.
Yeah, well, it's probably adventurer age, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. What were you doing? You're by the doors. You probably said something and I missed it.
I'm just keeping watch out. I mean, is it? I want to see if these things get any or come into view.
These doors don't lock, I assume, since they were barricading them.
Yeah. They do lock, but you would need the key. And either they didn't have the key, or you certainly don't have the key.
I know a guy who might be able to do something, but I doubt it.
But they don't have the cool little just turn the little lock type lock.
Hey, Al, you want to spend 900 points on lockpicking?
I mean, I'll give it a try without spending the points.
Dave, if you want to get a better view, you probably have to go up like the steps where you can like see down.
Okay.
Land shark's gonna jump over those steps and eat you now.
That's
Okay,
fine.
so you're looking
go
down.
with
Cliff isn't quite the word, but the steep hillside you're on.
Sure.
You can see at the bottom a bunch of wolves coming up they're not coming at full speed though. There's goblins riding about half of them, so there's like you'd say probably like 10 wolves and 5 goblins coming up.
Okay.
How long till they get here?
They're doing it. It seems like they're doing it a little bit cautiously. Not long. Maybe like a minute, 2 minutes, probably a minute.
Okay, that's not long enough to start a fire.
Let's call it 2 minutes. It's rough terrain.
Okay, I light a fire real quick. Speed lighting.
Inside or outside?
Well, the pile of sticks is right here, so that's where it's going to be. Yeah.
Did it not
Cut off or only retreat. I like it.
Why don't I get a flame effect? I told you got there. It goes.
We can put it out. It's fine.
And then just to be clear, if sounds are getting louder, that means they're coming closer to you?
Yeah. We've established that one already.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
So the fire it's not like a bonfire, right? This was a smoky fire.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you do have some flame there. You don't think it's going to burn super long. It might burn with the amount you collected. Like flames for like 5 minutes, and that's probably generous. But it'll smolder and give off smoke for probably quite a while, which was what you were going for, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Set the stage here. All right. Let me...
We'll
give it a big area. If you close the doors, you're going to be, not much of it's going to be inside, but that should slow them down. That said, are you closing doors? You leaving it open? You going out? You going in? I'm not sure what you're doing.
There's no reason to be out here.
Yeah, what's the plan, fire starter?
I didn't think past starting a fire.
That was the plan.
That was the plan, Dave.
Create chaos. Use chaos to advantage. You're on step
Start
one.
the fire. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Profit.
Yeah.
All right. So I
Maybe
guess
we'll
we
get
go
bored
back
and go away.
inside.
All
We
right,
go
you
back
closing the
inside and
doors?
let the fire burn. I am.
All right. What are you doing? Anything to barricade them?
Those wolves had riders on them or no?
Al, you could try to lock them with lockpick.
Some of them did.
I'm gonna try and lock him with lockpick.
All right.
All right. Yeah, find it first. There it is.
Bad.
That seemed not very good.
You can keep at it.
I'm going to. Oh. And we have about 2 minutes.
Yeah, just keep at it. Should
All
be
right,
all
I'll keep at it for now rather than re-roll.
I'll
save the
ask you to
re-roll.
re-roll in a moment, but first I want to hear. I'm just going to go down the list. What's Bernard doing during this?
I am. Let's see. I am collecting the. You said one of those guys had a shield, or both of them had a shield.
Yeah.
All right. I am making sure that I have easy and ready access to those shields.
They're a little, smaller for you, but
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
I don't know how to use the shield, so I'm sure it's an issue.
Let me
All
actually
right.
give you a shield. I'll give you their shield. Hold on. It has a sword icon on it, but there it is. It auto-equipped it when I gave it to you, so I don't know. Do what you want for that, but
Can I use the bastard sword one-handed? No, I can't.
you might. You know what? That might be one of the ones that has different damages depending.
Sure, but I've got all my points in two-handed.
You can
Melee.
use it. You can use it with a single hand. It says, but it gains the tiring and slow flaws.
And loses all of my bonuses for attacking because all of my skills are in two-handed.
Oh, that's true. It would become basic weapon. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, when you put it that way,
You hold the shield up, and I'll sneak in behind you with the crossbow.
That's right. That's what I'm gonna do. Basically, is I'm gonna throw it over my head, and hopefully you guys can.
if
Get
you
in.
go if you go full defense, I believe I'm playing this by memory, so feel free to look this up. I believe you get +20 on your defense rolls if you're not like attacking or anything else during your turn. So if you were to like hold the shield up or whatever, you'd get whatever the shield does, plus you would get 20 defense if that's all you're doing. But
Sure. I think the first plan is maybe I don't know, probably chuck a body or two out there, see if I can get them to waste some arrows.
Well, I was going to do some of that before then, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I thought you were going around to hear everybody's plan. Right now, I'm gathering some equipment.
So Dave gathers a shield, and then he's thinking about chucking bodies. Let's go to Trent since you had an idea. What were you doing?
So right now, we're all gathered up over here. I'm not going to do this over here, though. We've kept people in the kitchen to keep them safe, right?
Yep.
For these bottom two rooms over here, is it just completely trashed? Is there anything? I guess what I'm looking for is small table, put up in front of a door, try and open it to see if they fire, or if they are actually waiting to see someone before they fire.
So the rooms are pretty trashed. The kind of stuff in there is like furniture. There's big pieces if that's what you're looking for.
Sure.
In fact, that's what they were using to try to barricade the doors. This happens to be where it was coming from. It does look like goblins had been bedding in here based on you seeing like some of the softer stuff like put up into piles that look kind of like
okay.
Not a lot real useful though, other than if you are looking to like hold up a big piece of, I don't know, a cabinet or something like as a makeshift shield, or to push it out in front of you as cover. Like, yeah, you can do something like that.
Well, first I just want to First I want to just put something up to where when I open a door, see if they fire immediately when the door opens. But without me being in the line of sight of it, right?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's something like that. You could find like one of the cabinets that holds like the plates and stuff, or whatever. A bookshelf. Yeah, you can do something like that. Let me know if or when you're actually pulling the thing, but you're ready to do that if you need to.
Okay, I mean, whenever I get over there and get it set up even a little bit.
Let me hear the other people, and then we'll go back to that. Griff, what are you doing?
I am going to help to defend the meat shields, the innocent people.
Tilly, what are you doing?
Listen up, guys. What if I started a second fire inside?
No.
You got to stop it with the fire, okay?
All right, fine.
What if we light the halfling on fire?
I got no plan.
What are you doing while you wait?
You've never lit one of those on fire before, but no.
Is this your plan, to just scare them with your plans?
Yeah.
Just start yelling up the stairs. No, don't do that. You'll catch the whole place on fire.
If you're not doing anything in particular, where are you while you're not doing that? Are you watching over Dirk? Are you just position yourself where you think?
I'm sticking with Bernard. He sounds like he's.
I'm not sure where Bernard is. I know he got a shield. Could have gotten that here, and then it sounds like he's probably here because you were thinking about throwing a body out there.
Like Trent and I were going to try to bait them into using some arrows, figuring out exactly how many there are, where they are. We think there's 5, that kind of thing.
All right, so Dirk, give me another lockpick roll. Let's see how that goes. You actually are not making progress on this lock, even with that barely success there. You're doing better. You're like, I'm starting to figure it out, but like yeah. The door is not yet locked. You could still keep continuing. Nothing's coming in yet. You hear the wolves a lot closer, but
I'm gonna re-roll that one and hope it gets better.
Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Did you mean to do the dark deal, or did you mean to?
No take backs.
No, I did not mean to do the
No
dark
take
deal.
backs.
Here, I'll fix that. With Trent right there, that's crazy. All right. Corruption back to 0, but you gotta drop your fate, fortune, fate, fortune.
Fortune.
Did you already do one reroll today, Al?
I don't think you reset it since last session. I was at 3 of 5.
I think you're right. Go ahead. Here, I can probably do it. Who all has rerolled so far today?
Just me.
All right, so just fix this after I do it. I don't know if I could. Maybe you guys just fix yourselves.
Okay.
Oh, wait, here we go. Reset fortune. Done.
All right.
Now I'll take one off Dirk, and
I got it.
Dave, you get one
Got
for yourself. I'll get your resolve too, or whatever. That didn't reset. Never mind. You're good.
Oh, I didn't reset.
Yeah, because that
You gotta do
resets
something
based on
else.
RP,
Oh.
which was the other way of thinking that we could do fortune, but I'd rather incentivize like blowing money on booze or something. It gets a little tricky though, because what if you're not? I don't know.
In a place I can do that?
I still want to brainstorm something because it feels like, like Andrew getting 6 rerolls a session. That's just a lot.
That is a gross exaggeration.
Is it?
Yes.
I get 5.
Given that
says-
it just reset to 6? Yeah.
It just said you went to 6.
Well, that's on you because I only have 5.
Oh, well, I'll fix that. Tilly, it says has 6.
Yeah.
Everybody's actually a lot higher than I would have thought, but I know I did give everybody a point at one point. Maybe that's why.
8?
He gave us a point of fate.
Yeah, I gave you a point of fate once upon a time, so you'd be 1 higher than you started your character at.
Yep.
Oh, that looks high. I seem to recall that I could choose between like fortune and fate, and I did all fortune.
You probably actually have 6 fate, and you just forgot I gave you one. But yeah, that's where it's a lot. But anyway, we won't worry about that now. I'll post something one of these days, and we can discuss it. So Dirk did manage to get the door locked. And now we can go to Trent and Bernard doing whatever they're doing, whether it's separately or together.
Yeah, I was going to do them separately.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think
You
yours
got-
probably is a little quicker to do since all you were doing was grabbing a shield and then chucking a body
Well,
out
I'm
there.
gonna chuck a body or two out there, see if they'll take the bait.
Yeah.
And shoot
I'm
at 'em.
gonna give them just a roll that's some mix between perception and cool. Probably like 3 arrows come shooting into that thing. Well, yeah, towards it. I mean, probably. I'm not gonna roll to see if they hit unless you care.
Right.
But yeah, a couple bows go off. Certainly not as many as you saw people up there.
Oh, that's cool.
And Trent, you're going to do something similar, it sounds like. You get the door kind of blocked up, and then you reach and kind of like pull it open or slide it open, but like with that hard cover in the way.
Yep.
All right. I'm not going to have them roll to hit you. I'm just going to see if they shoot. Yeah, about the same. Like 3 or 4 of them shoot. They've used up a couple arrows up there. Hopefully they don't have a huge pile like they do down here.
They probably do. That's okay.
But yeah, your cover held well. I don't think the arrows would penetrate it. They don't keep firing after that first burst, though. But like the door slid and it was like thwap, 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 thwap. They were ready. So at this point, you guys all hear the sounds of wolves outside. You hear goblins arguing, although none of you understand them. But no one seems to be on the other side of the door yet, as that fire, Tilly's guessing by now the fire's probably burned out, but there's probably going to be smoke for a good another 10, 15 minutes.
That was a really weak fire. I'm disappointed in you.
They had like 5 minutes to put together. And it was for the purpose of smoke.
Put that thing together quick.
I expect more.
Start burning this furniture.
Yeah, feed it.
That'll be a good fire.
We're not outside.
As soon as Al gets the door locked, you can say, open the door. I got to throw furniture out there.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. He locked it.
Oh, my God.
Al, remind me when you go to unlock it, I'll give you a plus 20 since you're familiar with it now.
Okay.
But the lock was a minus 20 in the first place. Basically, it'll be straight up after this. Just remind me you're better at it. I guess that's the important thing. Should it even come up? Door might be broken open by the time it matters.
Yeah, we might kick it down.
All right, so at this point, at some point, well, you don't know they're going to come in, but certainly if the smoke's what is keeping them at bay, you probably have 10 or 15 minutes.
Do we want to try to get upstairs then? I'm not having this conversation where they can hear me on the stairs, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah, I assume you guys are whispering to each other.
From our view of that room, looking in all the other doors or looking through all of the one-way mirrors.
Yeah.
What's the route to fastest get to the stairs and get up them?
So that'd be through this room here, the dining room.
Okay.
Because the stairs start right there.
Right there. Yeah. All right.
But like there's like a goblin here. I guess
sure.
You wouldn't see if there's one there, but based on the way the arrow came down, you think there is. They're kind of spread fairly evenly.
Do we want to approach fairly evenly? Like everybody open a door? Or what?
You want
to charge first with a couple of shields?
You know, it's interesting. Like defensive gives you plus 20 dodge, right? But a lot of times you don't get dodge against arrows. What I would probably say is if you're full defensive, I'll give them, if you otherwise would not get a roll, I would give them minus 20 to their shots, just so that you still get some benefit. If all you're doing for the round is holding up some cover and like zigzagging while you run, yeah, I should give them a penalty for that, I feel like. So game mechanics wise, that's how I'll handle that if it's what you end up doing. Obviously, that could still go bad. You've seen that they're pretty decent shots.
Yeah, I know.
You see no windows on the first floor, and obviously there's a skylight top of the tower here, top of the center area, and Dirk knows. Well, you all know, but there's a window, second floor up where I'm pinging, like above the kitchen, essentially. You know what? There's got to be a fireplace, right? Potentially, those of you who aren't in bulky armor could probably go up a fireplace if you put the fire out.
Is there a fire going right now?
Yeah, they were making stew.
Okay.
But I assume there's got to be a fireplace. The halfling for sure could fit up it. Probably both those humans could. Those of you who are like big toughness, big strength, that'd be a squeeze. If you're wearing armor, then it's a no, right?
Yeah.
But it's the sort of thing you might be able to shimmy up one at a time if you wanted to. I'm just trying to think of like what options you have here that I haven't mentioned.
I mean, we could always send somebody up that way, and then
if you have explosives, you might be able to get through a wall. I don't know if any of you carry that.
No, not lately. Isn't that like illegal or something? Without a permit?
We would never do that.
We're working for the church right now. We would not do that.
Your armaments on the boats just to create dynamite. That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be a good way to TPK.
Looks a boat.
Sailing down the river and your boat explodes.
Are the ceilings made of wood?
The ceiling of the tower and the ceiling
of the room.
this, yes. The floor in here is stone, but the ceiling in the next floor up is wood.
Trying to chop your way up.
What if we chop our way up? Flank them.
Man, I don't know how hard that would take time and probably tools
very
other than your
loud.
weapons, I would assume.
Oh, come on. It's an
I feel
old
like eventually
tower.
it could work. It's not old.
Oh.
This was built in the last few years.
Okay.
Even then, though,
What
it's hard to imagine what it'd be like going up through a floor. I don't really know. I think you could. You just wouldn't want to use swords to do it. That wouldn't be effective.
How tall is the ceiling?
Average ceiling height, 10, 12 feet. Is that about right? I don't know.
Sure.
For sure, there's stuff you could stand on to reach.
Yeah.
I don't think we're tunneling up.
Also, for sure, they would hear it. Like, there's no doubt about that.
That's fine.
It probably
Burn
would
them.
take longer than you think that fire is going to burn, if that's what's keeping them out. Who knows? Maybe they just don't want to come in.
What if we light a fire in like one of these back rooms?
I
Fire
like
kitchen.
it. Go on.
It would catch fire and we would burn to death.
He
I mean,
smoke
he
inhalation
might,
way
but
before that.
Tilly
That's
might,
true.
but we're professional firefighters.
Hold your breath. I don't know. We're in a bad spot.
We're in a tight spot.
How many times can we get shot running up the stairs? Just 10 or 20?
By the way, Griff, that's Hans and Gerda up there. They've been trying to tell you their life story.
To know the names of the meat shields. Thank you.
They tell you.
Bernard, if you're willing to run up there, I can do something that will guarantee less of them shoot at you. Well, should guarantee less of them shoot at you.
Right now, I'm
There's
going to
lots
check another body out there.
Your mic got kind of weird there. What'd you say?
I'm going to check another body out there.
Let's get the giant kitchen table and bridge 4 our way up there. It'll be easy.
Thinking. Yes.
I'm desensitizing him to all this motion.
Honestly, despite being more ready for it and like being like, we're not going to shoot at bodies this time, more arrows come down shooting at the bodies.
I'm gonna keep doing it. Just trying to desensitize him to the bodies flying out.
I'm trying to think how many bodies you have here in the hall.
4.
4? Okay. That one's out there now.
Okay.
How thick is this table? How heavy is this table?
It looks huge.
Yes, normal table thickness and heaviness. For what purpose? Cover?
Yeah, bridge 4 on our way up there as a team.
That table's bigger than probably one person could handle, but yeah, it would be pretty good hard cover.
Running upstairs,
If a
trying to
couple
hold a
people-
table over our head.
I
might be a little
mean,
difficult.
you would have to sheath your weapon and shield if you have one, and then probably a couple people are grabbing it. It'd be really good cover for the first 2 people, and like partial cover for anyone behind them, probably, because they do have an angle they're shooting at you at. So the
Tilly,
further
just
away
kill
you
them
are-
all. Let's go shoot them.
You might win.
Where-
Yeah, just take
Okay.
'em all out.
Which room is the closest to
Bottom
I
of
can
the stairs?
open a
which room would
different
they go
drawer
into the
to
second
draw their
floor?
eyes, and then you can shoot one real quick and close the door. It'd be great.
On the second floor, which room are they closest to?
Who's they?
Like if
Goblins?
they were going to duck in, the goblins. If they were going to duck into a room, which
As
one would
last
it
we
be?
saw
So
them.
the ones you can see here, they're kind of all around. I wouldn't say perfectly evenly spaced out, but like this circle here, they're just at various points on it, right?
Okay.
Al knows, at least at the time he was up there, none were in the equivalent of this room or the equivalent of this room. Whether or not that's still true, who knows?
Okay. Here's the plan.
Maybe we can just pay them to leave. What do goblins get paid?
Who's got the ranged weapons? Tilly and Griff. Those are the only ranged weapons we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Here's what we do. We line up on 2 doors. You guys stand at the first door. We'll open the first door and let them shoot all their arrows. And then we'll open the second door, hopefully drawing their attention and shooting arrows over there. And you guys duck back out of the first door, which we've left open, and you shoot as many of them as you can.
Okay.
Which door is the first door?
Whichever one. We got 3 doors down here.
Hold on, I have one more plan.
Okay.
First, we start a fire. What's the next part?
We need more bodies. Who wants to die?
I know where we can
All we
get
gotta do
3.
is go outside and kill 5 goblins and 10 wolves.
There are still a couple bodies down here if you need them.
There's 2 more bodies down here.
I talked to the cook lady.
Yeah. She doesn't
gonna cook 'em
volunteer.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you know the names of the highest ranking, the most, the goblins in control?
You're gonna honor them?
I know one named Gutbag because he spoke Reich spiel the best of them. Most of them don't really speak.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Somebody
Gutbag's their
challenge
leader.
Gutbag to an honor duel, and we'll just shoot him as soon as he comes down here.
That's not honorable.
I'm gonna find a good thick piece of furniture that is waist height, either standing up or on its side or whatever. To like, you said the doors slide, right? Or was that a certain door?
Yeah, no, the 3 like mirrored one-way glass doors.
So it would be relatively easy, I would think, to have like cover here for when we slide the door.
Something just occurred to me that would have occurred to them. Just give me 1 second.
They've started shooting the glass. Shoot the glass.
Actually, they do, and I feel like they do to test it out, and based on those rolls, it doesn't break.
What glass?
So these 3 doors you can see through.
Oh.
They're mirrors on the inside, which is why they can't see you guys on the other side, but you can see out them. However, the goblins do end up firing at them at some point, and it turns out the glass does not break, which kind of surprises you. 1 second. One sec, guys. Push-ups.
Hey.
Welcome
Say
back.
goodnight. All right. Anyway, yeah, the glass doesn't seem to break, at least not easily. Go back to your plan. Sorry.
I'm putting cover in front of the door we're going to use. So we're like waist covered or whatever.
Yep. Sure. You can move whatever cover Eric had. He had good stuff. Shelf or something. All right. So my understanding is you're opening a door. You're hoping they fire. You're opening another door. You're hoping they fire, and then you're popping back through the first door. Or popping back through the first door when they open the second door.
So me and our 2 ranged guys are going to stand at the first door.
Put yourselves on the map where you're going to be.
Okay.
Just to make it, easier.
Me and the 2 ranged guys are going to stand by this
the
door.
First door.
Yeah. I'm going to open it.
Yep.
And nobody's going to come out of it.
Yep.
Hopefully we draw some of their fire.
Yep.
And then the rest of the people somebody else is going to open one of the other doors, not come out of it either, hopefully drawing more of their fire. And while that's going on, our 2 range guys are going to pop out of the first door and shoot at them.
I'm going to open the door I am by, but I'd like to toss out one of the goblins when I do it. So I'll go second after the first one is open and toss out a goblin.
Let me see if I got this straight. Dave's going to open this door. No one's going to be there. Hopefully they fire.
Right.
Trent's going to open this one. Was that what I heard? Who was opening the second one?
Whoever. Do you want me to throw the body? How good are you at tossing bodies?
Probably not that great. It'd probably be better if you did it.
All right. I'll come over. You slide the door open for those guys.
I mean,
sure you can
for your purposes, it's not really the distance you toss the body that's the thing. It's more like you're trying to have a humanoid-shaped thing coming out a doorway that triggers that split-second reaction, right?
Yeah.
It's not like getting it more towards the center of the room affects their whether or not they shot.
You never know.
Hey, you never know.
I figure that if he's going to toss a body out the door, he's probably going to have to be pretty close to the door to do it. I can at least stand a little farther away from the door and get a body out of it.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. All right. So,
okay, I'll move over to the second door. Somebody else needs to open the first door. Why can't?
I'll come back.
Sorry.
Good. Now, why don't you open that first door? Yeah, and I will. As soon as you guys give me the high sign or whatever,
guys,
and open
make sure your
door.
Stuff's loaded.
What do you mean loaded?
Your guns.
Your
So
weapon.
then we go to fire. It's not like oops. All right.
It's never happened before.
Never before. I'm gonna end up moving some goblins, I think, to your map.
Good. How else are we going to kill them?
Now you probably see 4 of them.
I can't see anybody. Door's not open.
That's true. You can actually do one-way walls on here, but I'm not going to bother. I'll just going to open all the doors and we'll pretend they're closed when need be. You would not be able to see 2 of the. Oh, yeah, that one or that one. That one you wouldn't be able to see either, but I'm going to move them so that you can, because I'm nice like that. All right.
You are like that, Derek. Darn
So,
nice.
I completely already lost track of who was doing what, but just who's ever going first, tell me what you're doing, and I'll just deal with it as it comes.
I'm opening the door that I'm by, but I want to kind of be as much cover as possible, just sliding it open.
You slide it and you move with it so that you're never visible, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. The door slides open. and only a single arrow comes firing down into that doorway, hitting nothing.
Trent does the same. Trent does the same for my door, and then I pitch a goblin body out.
So, okay. And is there anything happening while you guys do that, or is this just the next thing?
This is just the next thing.
Okay. Excellent.
And when I pitch my body out, that's the signal for them to come out and shoot.
When you open your door, there's only a single arrow that fires at it, but as you push the body out, 2 more arrows fire.
Okay.
How close together are you guys opening these doors? Is it like one? Is this like one round and then the next round, or is it like almost?
I'm giving them a chance to respond to the first one.
Okay.
So that then they can shoot it.
So it'd be like another round later.
Yeah.
Anyone who shot at the first one could shoot at the second one. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you've done that. The second one. The first door is still open, right?
Yep.
And the second door is still open after you do that, or do you shut it right away?
Yes.
You shut it. Okay, you shut it.
No. I leave the second door open. Hopefully those 2 duck out and shoot as soon as my body flies out.
I thought when you opened the second door, that was the signal for us to start a fire.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right. A body flies out there. You guys hear it. Are Tilly and Griff, are you doing
Yes.
Well, first of all, is anyone but Tilly and Griff doing anything? No. Okay.
None of us are ranged.
Tilly and Griff, go ahead with what you're doing.
I see a guy and I shoot him. At
so
-10.
this guy here has shot at everything.
I don't see that guy.
And I just realized not all of them could have seen the doors, and I rolled 6. Whatever, it doesn't matter. That one there also shot one of the times.
Wait, they can't all see the doors? Which means that's less shots at us?
They can't see the ones directly below them, just like you can't see the goblins directly above you, right? They don't have the right angle to... So I rolled 6 times, but realistically, like only probably like 3 or 4 of them can see any individual door. Whatever, it doesn't really matter for the purpose of this.
I tried, Dave.
So door opens. Tilly, can you position yours? Okay, you're firing at this one over here.
Right.
You were kind of back, and you had just the angle. Door's wide open.
Yeah.
You fire.
Yep. I missed.
I would say anyone shooting at you probably has a -20, just because you're probably like half cover effectively.
Yeah.
Griff fires.
I rolled real bad.
I'm going to assume you have half cover too. You kind of have to poke out and fire.
Uh-huh.
Real bad still hits, though, I believe.
Yeah.
That's not point blank.
Well,
so.
unless he's got cover.
It depends. Who are you shooting at?
This.
The guy with no cover.
They have elevation, but they're kind of hanging out.
This
over
is
the
the
gap
only
enough
guy that I can see.
I would say you see them from like halfway between the knees and ankles up, so I don't think that's enough to be cover in their case. Can you ping him again? I'm sorry. The same one Tilly was shooting at, right?
That's the only guy.
That guy has no cover.
Okay.
In fact, none of the ones you can see have cover. So there's no doorways or anything. They're like hanging in and shooting down. They're all pretty up on the edge. So you hit that guy. Go ahead and figure out what that crit is. So you blast him right in the chest. He screams and falls and splats on the ground.
On the ground or the up top ground? How cinematic.
He fell down to you guys.
Oh, good.
Nosedives.
Run out and stab him, Bernard.
The scream ends abruptly when he hits the ground. That said, one of them is going to fire at Griff. He gets a -20. That will probably hit. I'm going to double check that he actually is in short range if I had elevation. 20 yards, yeah, he's in short range. So Griff, despite the cover, he tagged you for what ended up being 4 damage after your armor soaked it.
Weak.
He could try again if you want him to.
What are you guys doing? Are you hanging out where you can see them and they can see you, or are you like pulling back to full cover? Griff moved. I'm assuming Griff was pulling back to full cover. You're both reloading, so you're both pulling back, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So is anyone else running out while that's happening, or
No?
Okay. When you peek again, you only see actually, so Bernard and Trent would have seen this. The goblins are kind of repositioning so that they're not in the line of fire from that door. Now, granted, you might be able to move around a couple times and do this before they get wise and move somewhere you can't see them from any. But
Okay.
The upside is, though, they don't have great visibility on the doors anymore either, if they do that. So it's a... Well, I don't know if that's an upside for you, but it is what it is.
Well, eventually, we're just going to have to charge up the stairs. Probably
Yeah, let me know when you're wanting to do that.
Well, this guy fell down, and I assume, dropped his bow with him, so that's 1 bow down.
That's true. It did come with him.
All right. How many more times do you think we can do this? Or are they totally out of sight of the doors? Did you say?
There's probably one more you could do this to, if you want to just repeat the process. There had only been one of them that like still had a weapon ready that could fire last time.
All right, we got one more body down here.
At this point, I'm just going to give you a free shot on someone. I'm going to assume this guy blows his arrow, and then you pop out and shoot him. So you two, I'm going to put a guy here, same spot. You can... That'll... Damn it, Adam.
I was actually reloading.
We're out of combat. Like, if it's not in the middle of combat, you can just reload. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Did you attack?
We're shooting this guy over here.
Yeah. He's basically the one who's still trying to get a view of that door stupidly, and you don't need to keep rolling. You blast him. That was a cross. He dies up top. Less cinematic. You impale him to the wall back there.
I don't know. That's still pretty cinematic.
All right, yeah. Normally she's severing body parts with crossbows, though. So
True, that's true.
Somehow. After that, the remaining goblins are not positioning themselves somewhere you can see them from the doors. The upside is they can't see you.
Do we want to ready to run up the stairs? I know.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know. Trent has some kind of plan, a buff maybe or something.
Or at least one person.
How many? How big? You said the shields were small. Is that right?
I mean, game mechanic wise, I think they were the same as any other shield. They're probably,
okay.
I mean, they're probably technically smaller, but not in a way that matters.
Well, I didn't know if it would be better for me to grab a piece of furniture or something like a tabletop.
Honestly, the shield's probably better just from the standpoint of most of the time you can't parry anyway.
Sure.
You know, is there something about shields that help with ranged attacks? I feel like there might have been.
Gotta be. Maybe it's only if they're set. I don't know.
Maybe now's the time to find that out, because
nobody around here.
If it's ever mattered, I think it would be now.
Let's see. call up Chat GPT and ask.
You guys are starting to hear banging on the front door, but you probably have some time. They're pretty thick doors. Shield 2, defensive, undamaging. So what does the shield property do for you?
Combat.
It might just... I know somewhere it just says shield here. You know what? Damn, boundary. It's probably faster. Shield 2. No, it's not going to let me click that. Bomber. It didn't help. Well, if anyone wants to look at the same time, it'll speed
I'm looking.
All right.
See if I can find anything. Armor.
I could have sworn under qualities or you get past weapons and get dark. Be here. Where is it?
I don't even see shields for sale.
So that's page 294.
Yeah.
And then shields have the property shield with a number next to them. And normally that tells you what. Here it goes. Use this weapon to oppose an incoming attack. You count as having radiant armor points on all locations of your body. So, okay. Okay. You may also oppose incoming missile shots in your line of sight.
Okay.
With what skill?
The shield skill.
Is there?
It would be melee shield. It would be melee shield.
That's a thing.
Everything else is a thing.
I would say melee
Or
parry if I had to pick
parry
one that exists.
Is our shields under the parry heading? Those are ranged weapons. Parry. Nope. Main Goshen Swordbreaker are under parry.
What skill oppose ranged
Shield is basic.
attack with shield? Question mark.
Shield is basic. Shields are in the melee weapon chart under basic.
Yeah, we'll do that then. Okay.
It's shield, defensive, and undamaging.
Your weapon has a field rate. Okay. Turns out if you're not ambidextrous, though, you end up minus 20 for an offhand penalty. I found someone who discussed it, though. But at least you get a chance to defend, which normally you don't, unless it's point blank.
Yeah, I've stolen my weapon, and I will head up the stairs first, I guess, with a shield in front of me.
Plus, having the shield, if you actually equip it on you, it will add its armor to your shield rating to all your armor. So it helps from that perspective, too.
Okay.
All right. You guys hear banging on the door. I'm doing a quick roll. I'm going to stop hiding my rolls. I hadn't hidden for a little while. They are not through yet.
Let's get on up these stairs.
It's still smoky out there, but not so smoky that, off yourself to
it's
death.
not stopping them now.
So, Dave, you are, I'm just going to put everyone in combat and ask everyone what they're doing. That feels easiest at this point.
I have a shield on me. The comeback sheet. There it is. I will.
Yeah. Oh, one thing that could have happened, I'll remind you, because you had some downtime and it's easy to forget. Dave could have had a healing check on him since that last group of arrows he took, if that was something anyone wanted to do. If he didn't, that's fine, but I just don't want him to die because we forgot.
All right, should I defend that one?
I would say probably, though, you shouldn't be able to heal back more than you took from those arrows. So I think 4 you took.
4 arrows, yeah.
Yeah, so, don't heal more than 4.
Yeah, okay. Awesome, thank you.
Your arrows to the leg are all bandaged up.
All right, so we're coming in this one then?
Yeah, if you're leading the charge, I'll just ask you what you're doing.
I'm waiting on Trent to buff or whatever he was planning on doing.
Okay.
And I got I've stowed my weapon and I've got a shield out. Hopefully everybody comes up with me.
Eric, if you're doing some sort of prayer, you got all the time in the world to do it. I'll give you a +20, which I can adjust right now.
Thank you.
That said, if you fail, you can also just be like, I try again. You know what I mean? But,
Prayer refused.
No, you really can't.
well, they make it weird. They say you might piss your god off, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is what that looked like for a moment.
That's fair. In this case, I think, whatever. I'm giving you a +20. You got plenty of time to say a real good prayer. One target, it looks like.
All right. I got my prayer going.
What does it even do?
Let me pull it back up again. Basically, it's the one where it's sanctuary.
Oh. That's interesting. All right.
Enemies must make an average +20 willpower test to attack your target as shame wells within for considering violence. If they fail, they must choose a different target or a different action.
So, not great if everybody's going. They'll shoot someone other than Dave, but great if he's going alone at the moment.
Even if it's just for a round, yeah.
I can lead the charge and try to draw all their fire.
Although there is benefit in them all not targeting one person at the same time, too.
That too. Yeah, either way, I figured it was worthwhile.
Yeah. What's Griff doing?
That.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Does
you
the
moved
stairs
all
go
over.
up?
That's what I'm asking.
Isn't this where the stairs are, or do they go up both sides?
This is where the stairs go up. That's the start of the stairs.
Sometimes stairs go down.
All right, Dave, describe to me what you're doing.
Blowing my mind.
I guess I'm charging.
Are you shield out? Are you shield out, sword out, or just shield out?
No, I've sheathed the sword.
Okay. So you're running up. You got your shield out. You're getting all defensive.
Yep.
And you'll try to block any arrows that come in.
We should probably shoot you guys before we run up, right?
I'll give you +20 to your
actually, yeah. If
they moved back though, right?
You don't see any people from this door, from any of the doors anymore.
Okay. All right.
Dave's gonna run out. Is anyone right behind him? Why don't you put your here? Let's assume Dave's here. Put yourself where you think you would be relative to Dave when he's there. If you're still in the room, stay in the room. If you're right behind him, get right behind him. If you got some distance, get some distance.
I'll go.
Are you running up the stairs, or are you running until you see someone you can shoot?
The second thing.
Okay. Griff, are you melee, or are you running until you see someone you can shoot?
I'm gonna be melee.
All right.
I don't want to stop on the stairs.
Trent, you staying in the room, or are you coming up?
Staying in the room for a round, then I'll come out and
Dirk, how about you?
block for people.
I'm waiting probably till next round to do anything.
I'm going to move the three of you to the second floor map, where I think I just dragged you into the wrong room, so I couldn't see what I was doing. Just keep in mind, you're not seeing the first floor right now. What you see as you start coming up the stairs is all the goblins are kind of in this area now. Some of them have doors for cover. But they will start firing, and let's start with Bernard, but then it's willpower. Easy willpower?
Easy willpower?
So they need a 40 or better. That guy failed. He can't shoot at Dave. That guy failed.
These stairs are confusing me.
Sorry, average, not easy. Average? Plus 20,
yeah, I had the right number. I said the wrong word. Thank you, though.
Okay, thank you.
They loop around like all the way and come back up, Andrew. That's why it's confusing, I think. It's not like it's just like a third of the stairwell and you get to the top. Like you go all the way around and you start going around more before you get up.
Okay.
So I've got you like where you are, but probably there's like stairs above you right now and you got to get all the way around the circle. But they're fired before that ever happens. All right. That one can shoot at Dave. I don't know if they're shooting exactly what's happening yet, but I'm figuring out who could even bother. Only 2 out of all of them even can shoot it. Bernard. Should just send them up there solo. Kill them all. So, all right, let's do the two on Dave.
I'm gonna get that evening gown for you, Tilly.
It's a little small.
I was giving them. I'm just going to build in. You're going defensive, right? So I'm just going to build in their -20 to their shot. Oh, it's making me do the willpower roll that I already did. No, it didn't. Dude, he rolled a 1 to hit you.
That's cool.
You do still get a defense roll. Don't add anything because I already gave him a -20. But
this is dodge, or
you can use dodge, or there's a button there that says shield. I guess hit that and see what happens.
Yeah.
I could just grab it in midair if you want.
That's the wrong character.
How do I know which ability it's using?
What do you have at a 55? You use that. Melee basic is what it used.
Basic, yeah. That's my basic.
So you did lower the amount it hit by.
Okay.
And you ended up taking 1 damage from the arrow, as it was a very,
Game over. Everybody back down.
And 1 other guy was shooting at you.
Okay.
Gets -20. That will still hit, though. You can make your defense roll. And you just block that one with a shield.
Yeah, I can.
All right. Gilly, I know you have better than initiative than them. So they're coming up. They're going around the thing here. And you can see who you can see. You can see some guys now.
Is that a guy in a dress?
Yeah, this is a guy in a dress right there. He is probably... He's probably got a lot of cover. I don't think he's hanging out because he's not got a bow. You might see barely him. And I'm only saying that because you already did. Before I moved the token. Right. There's basically 2 in each doorway. I don't know which ones you can see, but you can pick one to shoot at if you want to at this point.
I'll shoot the one.
If you shoot at this one, he hasn't shot yet. So if you kill him, hey, you guys save yourself an arrow.
Sounds great. Pew.
He does not get a defensive roll, so you hit. You reloaded, Adam. Good job.
Dang it. I'll never
I don't mean
learn.
to laugh, but
You reloaded at him again. Try one more time and target him.
What?
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either. But man,
you twice in a row.
You 7 times reloaded
that
there.
crossbow is just so loaded right now.
And that last roll was close enough that I'm just going to leave it what it was. He technically has a shield, but he shouldn't get it right now. So opposed. Not enough to drop him, but yeah. Oh shoot, I gotta get these guys in combat. All right. And then a bunch are shooting at Griff, it sounds like. Griff, do you have a shield? I think the answer is no, but gotta check. I'll take that as a no. Griff, I think you got hit.
You think so?
In the head.
That's where I keep my brain.
Sure. Another one of them misses. Let's do one more. I'm going to say the one Tilly shot doesn't get a shot off. He freaks out and kind of backs into the room after being hit. I didn't mean to target Tilly, but hey, that's what just happened, so let's go with it. This is one that was tracking Bernard, and all of a sudden it's just like, I don't know what's, and then it shoots at Tilly. So Tilly, you took a shot to your right arm. It ended up being 6 damage after you soaked.
Wow.
None of you guys are in crits yet. You're fine. They didn't sever your limbs by hitting you like you do, so you're doing good. All right, so you guys are going to continue running up, I assume.
Yes.
And you're doing full-on double move. So I have to assume, even though it doesn't show it, like the landing's got to go all the way around. Because otherwise, how could you get in some of these rooms, right?
Sound good.
And I know it's an open thing because the skylight has to be. So there can't be a floor that the stairs come up into. So we'll say you guys are up where it's all level now. I'm actually going to back you up because I don't think you would have run by these. Let's assume you got up to where it's all level. This would be the first door you come to as you come around. This ledge looks pretty narrow. Let's assume it's maybe like 7-8 feet. It's got to be pretty good so that the random lady walking through her house doesn't like fall and die because she twisted her ankle, right? So it's a decently wide ledge. There's probably a small railing there. Not enough to stop you if you were to like boot someone over it. It looks kind of not strong enough for that, but this isn't a complete ocean nightmare. And Bernard, you could probably get up to the doorway. You're not going to be able to attack this round. Griff, same for you. Tilly, I guess you're still technically way back there because you stopped and fired.
As long as they will have little to no ability to shoot bows at me, I'll be fine.
In retrospect, Tilly, you would have missed because you were moving and firing, and the guy had partial cover. You can reroll if you want, or you can just leave it. Up to you.
I'll leave it.
All right. Giving myself back, and we are good. So I'm going to call that a round. Dirk, you would be first. I don't know if you're still staying down there. You want to come up?
No, I think I'm going to start making my way up.
I'm going to give a 10% chance they break through the front door this round. They did not. It will climb every round as they continue to work on it, but you hear them battering. You hear lots of wolves braying and howling. Okay, you're running up, and I'm going to move you to the other map so you can see what's going on. I'm going to just move you to Trent, even if you're still on the ground floor. Unless you're going elsewhere in the house.
No, I was going up.
Okay, then... So... Trent, like either one of you could get to about, where the other people had, right? By the end of the round, full run. I'll put you there. You can move yourself backwards some if you want, but... Bernard, you would be up next. You're in a doorway. You do indeed see who you think is probably Gutbag, and that he looks different.
Okay.
You can tell he's got some sort of like male armor on, but he's wearing that red ball gown of like, definitely not his size. Right. And he is twisting his hands around and saying weird things, and like it seems like he's trying to cast magic at you.
Okay.
Anyway, there you are. There's two guys who probably were smart enough to start swapping to melee weapons as you were coming up after they fired, but they don't have them out yet.
Okay.
These guys here look like they still got bows out and are planning to try to shoot. These guys probably look like they're swapping. These guys look like they're swapping to melee. What'd you say?
I don't want to leave these guys over here with their bows. If Griff is right behind me, I'll let him have this door, and I'll keep going.
Given the speed you'd been moving at, yeah, you can blow by before they get their melee weapons out. Okay. I assume you're drawing your sword as you run?
Yeah.
Are you just dropping the shield?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can get up there. Go ahead and attack.
Okay.
Obviously, it'll change their plans. They're starting to get ready to draw another shot, and instead they're like, but...
Oh my gosh. Maybe he'll dodge into it.
Yeah, let's find
Wait,
out.
I'm still taking my shield. Never mind. Hold on. I gotta redo my trappings. Here. No, that. Yes.
Well, let me see. Unless you
I
can
would
pick
have
up.
I would have had one. I'd have +1.
Okay, yeah,
on
no,
that.
he dodged.
Yeah.
Griff.
I have been hit in the head and I'm mad now.
Yeah, you're not sure which guy it was. You think maybe one of those.
I'm going to kill all of them to be sure.
Yeah, that's safest.
That's pretty good, right?
It probably will still hit.
I'm going to re-roll it anyway.
Okay.
You can't if it hits.
It didn't. He missed his roll. I had not rolled defense yet, but they're bad at dodge, so I figured it probably would still. Yeah, you were targeting back. Okay. You hacked him. He's not down. He yelps in pain.
I'm going to apply a point of damage to his armor.
Tilly, you're still
He
down
has
there.
any.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna run back down.
Yeah, I think I can actually take a point of damage off him. Where was the left arm? They don't work well because monsters tend to have armor as a trait rather than as an item. I can manually do it. Ooh, that reduces his entire armor for everything. Whatever, it's fine.
Let's just call him dead.
Tilly, you were moving and reloading?
I'm moving back down.
Okay. You
Yeah,
can reload too
gonna-
if you want.
She's going to take all 15
you can make a
guys
roll for
coming
it.
in the front door. Tilly's setting up to take all 15 guys coming in the front door.
You need a tower.
We may die first.
You
We'll all die
be
together.
You gotta be that sniper in the tower. Making the last stand. Alright. Trent, you probably just ran this turn, right?
Yep.
Alright. Dave, I had forgotten. Your thing's still going, right?
My oh yeah.
So once they've made it, do they have to keep rolling?
I believe they do. I believe we determined it was better than D&D Sanctuary, 2 months ago.
It doesn't say, but I think we'll just do it.
Well, no, I think the part that made it better than D&D Sanctuary is attacking doesn't break it.
Yeah. It just keeps going.
But no, I think once they make it, they're able to.
It doesn't really say. You know what? I didn't keep track. Let me figure it out who actually shot at Dave. I know one of them was one of these. I don't think either of those succeeded, so I'll have them have to try again. Go down the goblin order here. Griff, one of these goblins is attacking you.
Why?
Because he doesn't like you. He has an amazing 35 weapon skill and fumbles as he attacks. Okay, no big deal. But you still have to defend. Because you could fumble, I believe.
You made me waste a 5.
Yeah, did. Yep. Was this guy going to pull a... I think he's going to pull a... Hilly and shoot through his friend. See how that goes for him.
Never gone wrong for me.
That's not true at all.
So, Griff, the good news is this is point blank. Wait. Is it not point blank? That's got to be point blank. It didn't add any modifiers for him, though. He didn't have you... He did have you target. I'm so confused. Why is it only giving him a 30 for a skill? Hold up. His bow is 50. It just didn't give him any range bonus, is what it is. I gave him minus 20, but not a... How far does it think he is from Griff? Whatever.
The entire floor.
What's point blank bonus? 40? But you get a defense. And if you defend just enough, he hits his friend instead. That's you,
Okay.
Edgar. You would probably need to do dodge, though. I don't think you can melee this.
That's too bad.
Pretty good. It says you won, which I don't know how. Oh, because I didn't adjust the... Something's really weird. He had a 50 minus 20 plus 40. He should have been at a 70. All right, there we go. No, he did hit you. Unless... If you spend a point of your fortune to get +1, he'll actually miss.
You're a bad person. I'll do that fine.
Well, I mean, I could just hit you and do the crit if you prefer.
I don't want either of those things.
I just felt the need to announce it since I had to manually modify a bunch of rolls. So he succeeded by exactly 1. So.
All right, so I take a crit, I guess, but not normal damage?
No, actually, as soon as you do that, it's no longer a hit, and therefore it's not a crit.
Okay, even better.
Also not a fumble, though, because it wasn't a... Anyway, that's it. It's good. And the other one attacks you. With sword. You take 1 advantage away from them, because that was not actually a hit. Alright. Griff, defend. You can use a sword or whatever. Very good. Probably should have been giving them a 2-on-1 bonus on you. You defended by less. Congratulations. These guys pop out. They were doing melee. One's going to run for Griff, and one's going to run for Bernard. One on Bernard is first, and will attack you. I'm not going to give him the bonus yet this round, since everybody was all moving around, but I will give him the +20 for coming up at you from behind. He rolled real bad, though, Bernard. Apparently he's a bit... Oh, you know what? He might not have been able to attack you. Hold on.
But
what? No.
I rolled a defensive critical.
If you would like him to attack you anyway, I will allow it.
Sure.
All right. Then,
Do I get to push the crit button? Oh.
I pushed it for you, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Push it. I'll take yours instead.
You got a gut wound or there's 2 of them up there?
Oh, you already did yours? Which one
No.
did I roll? I only hit it once. That's weird. Well, we'll take yours.
It doesn't matter. I have never rolled a critical higher than 25.
You know what? He's slowly bleeding to death. All right. Then I've already had that one go somehow. This one attacks Griff at this point. I'm not giving him any bonus. Yet. Griff, don't fumble your defense and you're going to be fine.
I want to do a critical.
Yeah, you're not that good, though.
I think you should do a critical.
So the guy in the goblin in the dress waving his hands around holds out what looks like a broken piece of furniture at you, like it's a wand, and yells something, and absolutely nothing happens at all. Dave, you got another guy attacking you.
Okay.
A faster way to roll these.
What, just a bunch of attacks?
Yeah, it's just kind of a pain.
Hey, you could write some macros.
You may defend. I'm done writing for this. I mean, not this in particular, but VTT.
No. I meant...
Holy cow, I hit you. Are you ready for this point of damage? Boom.
3
It's
points.
3. Holy cow.
Could he attack me?
Oh, good question. Thank you. Nope, he couldn't. So go ahead and take your 3 health back.
Okay.
And this last one can, though.
Okay.
He might hit. Okay, well, 3 damage. That worked out.
3 damage.
It was meant to be, Dave.
Yep.
All right. So the party runs up the stairs. Bernard runs by, slams into the ones up in that farthest doorway. The rest of the party makes their way up, except for Tilly, who backed off to reload. And Griff is pretty well surrounded at the moment. Probably one person could get up next to him, but definitely not two. And the one if someone does get up next to him, they'd be up against the railing, which, if anyone tries tricky combat maneuvers on you, might be bad, but in general is otherwise going to be okay. That said, Dirk, you are up. Dave, should your spell have expired? Because I don't think they auto-expire.
Is it only 2
yes,
rounds?
it's 2 rounds.
Okay.
Goblins going down. I can see.
So like it would be gone now because it's protected in 2 rounds.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see if it goes away when it gets to be your turn again. I have the feeling those aren't working. Oh, applied bleeding. Yep, got it. Dirk, what you doing?
Wasn't it 6 rounds? I'm confused.
For what?
No.
I didn't get that many successes. It's 2 rounds by default, and I can every 2 successes I can add 2 more.
Oh, the little card said 6 rounds on it, but it is grayed out. I don't know.
It is. If it was, it does say 6 rounds.
Oh no, it is 6 rounds.
All right, that thing's going.
Okay.
Damn, that's a nice spell. All right, Dirk, what you doing?
So you said only one guy can get next to Bernard.
Griff.
Oh.
It would be very hard to get past right now.
As a master thief, you can probably jump on the railing and run right past.
You could try that, yeah. Acrobatics.
But if I go by Bernard, he's got a thing where they're not going to attack him and they're going to attack me. Is that correct?
If they can get to
you. Well, you could just attack the one in the back.
I think they're all really kind of like the ones that are failing are kind of staring at Bernard confused and.
Right, but those would all attack me for sure.
If they could get to you, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Then I'm going to stick where I'm at for the moment.
You could stick with Griff. I mean, you could get up next to Griff.
There is a door next to you that is closed and appears to be locked for what it's worth.
The problem with Griff is I don't want to get pushed off the rail.
Well, if you don't come up here to one of these combats, I'm going to push you off the rail with an axe.
All right, then I guess I'll fucking hopefully die, and then it'll be on your conscience, you piece of shit. Fuck off.
Probably consider it a win. All right, the one you can probably attack is the one, that one. Griff's kind of fighting in the doorway a bit, and you're between him and the railing fighting the one that came up to try to flank him. Take a swing at the goblin. He tries to defend. He fumbles, however. And catches his weapon on the railing. I forgot what 1 damage means. I think he gets a -10 to hit forever with it. Something like that. I don't really remember.
Damaged weapon?
Yeah. We're going to just make it more fun, and his weapon goes over the railing. And he drops that. Actually,
you should catch it and stab him with it like a movie.
Let me do 50%. It's his shield. Lower 50, it's his shield. All right, his shield goes over the thing. Makes sense because that's the arm the shield would probably be on anyway. All right. He tried to. You still get to apply your damage though, and I believe it's strength versus endurance for the knockout. I'll apply the damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did not actually apply. It did not apply. Three. So he took 6, so that's 8. And it's endurance, which would be toughness because he doesn't have skill. Want to roll anymore? He was -1. You were -6. He's not stunned. All right, but you did hit him, and you made him drop his shield. Bernard, I believe it was this one can attack you due to your own choice. This one can attack you. This one, however, would have to roll again to attack you. He also does not provide the group up bonus if he can't attack you, in my opinion. So,
well, can I back up to a spot where only 2 of them can get to me?
yes, you can.
Okay, I will do that then. I will attack this guy. Combat bastard sword.
That's real good.
Boom.
You got him. He took a lot of damage as you swipe his leg.
And then I back up a little so that only 2 of them can get to me.
That's probably the kind of maneuvering I should have allowed for that one goblin instead of just making him roll a bunch and then die. But I feel that's reasonable maneuvering on your part, so we're fine. Griff, I'm gonna hang Dirk out into the void just so we can see everything better.
I'll try not to hit him on my follow through. $24.
Good. He fumbles.
Oh no.
He's probably dead, but we'll figure out what the fumble is too.
Oh no.
Okay, well, he's just extra dead. You cleave him in half. Down he goes. I'm going to remove him just so it doesn't get too crowded up here. Tilly.
Well, that's me. I'm going to reload.
That's my roll for downstairs. Oh, they don't get through yet. But you're hearing the door splinter a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I have a health potion on me. Drink it if I do.
Right.
Rent. You can get up. Well, I don't know what you can do right now. You can push Dirk out of the way.
No, I think I just push up here, ready to switch off if need be.
That sounds fair. Just remind me if something comes up that you think you could react to.
Yep.
I want to be enough in the doorway after I killed that guy to, keep them out of the hallway, other than the one that's already in the hallway.
Give me an athletics roll, to try to push up into that before they can kind of close the gap.
I don't like to roll for stuff.
I'm going to have them roll as well.
That's not real good.
I don't know what the athletics is. What's the base?
Athletics is
agility. Okay. You think they'd be good at that? I guess they're not bad. Well, this guy pushes up before you're able to do that.
Well, and I'm going to kill him.
That's fair.
The mistake is his.
Oh, that was that guy. Okay. He's actually the one whose turn it is. And he will try to murder you. I'm not going to call this anything. I'm just going to call it an even fight for you right now. Dude, if you roll bad, I might hit. It's exciting. You suck. All right, Dave. Both these guys can attack you, I believe.
Yep.
And they get a +20 because they are 2v1ing you. Might hit. Nope. He misses. Swing and a miss. The other guy on Griff tries to murder Griff. Probably fails. Maybe Griff will counterattack with a crit. Maybe Griff will counterattack with a fumble.
Ka-twang.
And this one.
How am I going to survive with only 2 fortune points left?
Twang, an actual real thing.
As fun as it would be to try to kick Dirk off a railing, I just don't think this goblin is the one to do it.
Even up for trying it?
No. Dirk, defense roll from you, sir. As the goblin stabs at you with his short sword, and honestly, he's got a pretty good blow coming in. Oh, wow. You want to keep that or reroll it?
We're going to reroll.
99, that'll be better. Same difference.
Fuck.
He stabs you pretty good. Gets you right in the gut. You're like, oh, that sucked. It's very dramatic the way you say that. The goblin in a dress throws down his stick, very mad that it didn't work. And it draws a sword. It gets out a shield that actually looks kind of fancy. Does not look like the other shields. This is actually made of metal. It's got weird, like, some sort of crest on it that, you wouldn't recognize.
He's going to have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't really... and then he thinks about it and just goes around. And now he's up against the railing, just like Dirk is up against the railing. I think he wants to go for Griff.
I don't know why.
Griff looks scary.
True.
Griff, defend. As he chops at your off arm. You have an amazing parry. Although this guy is definitely more skilled than his fellows. Stave, this guy runs out. Can't attack you anyway. Well, I guess he could roll again, but he can't get in there.
Right.
He doesn't know what to do. He ends up moving over here and getting a bow ready again, but doesn't actually fire this turn because God knows what he'd fire at just yet. And then the one guy left on you will attack you.
Okay.
Pretty bad roll, even with his plus 20. Just don't mess it up. You're good. All right. Trent, was there anything you saw that you could have done during that? Or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Back to Dirk. So you can see this guy attacking Griff. And like you can size up right now. If this guy turns to try to hit you, you're probably going down. He's got skill. He kind of sneered at you in disdain as he walked up, judged you unworthy, and went for Griff.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I don't want to attack him then. I don't want to draw his ire.
Or you could just one-shot him, and it would be amazing.
True.
Yeah, I don't.
You are pretty fucked up right now.
You don't see a one-shot in your future?
I think I want to back up and hopefully see if.
So there is one goblin stabbing at you. I think if Trent is ready to swap the gap with you, I'll just let you do that without having to dodge out of combat or whatever.
Yeah, I'll gladly switch over.
Okay, we'll just do that. Move yourself to wherever you think you'd want to be by the end of the round, Dirk. Meanwhile, Bernard.
All right. Both of these guys look good. I haven't hit either one of them. What just happened there?
You drank a healing drought, and it was on you. It doesn't go, like a lot of stuff doesn't go away unless I do it. I think they put it on there so you can't use 2 in the same combat. But you use that.
I double clicked on a bad guy so that I would target him.
No, I got rid of it. No. I noticed it was on your character and I just deleted it while you were telling me.
Okay. Let's say. All right, combat.
I saw you're encumbered too, but
if you move that way, you're probably going to get shot by that goblin.
I'm encumbered? Hold on. Why am I encumbered?
The shield, maybe?
Oh, I'm still carrying that shield. Hold on. Let me trash that shield.
Yeah, just delete it.
Delete it.
I don't even know what effect that has on you.
It probably made me roll bad there.
It doesn't look like it modified anything, but you keeping that roll?
No, I'll roll again. Force point to reroll.
That is much better. Let me do his defense before we resolve that crit.
Okay.
All right, he's probably dead even without that crit. But
which one do you want me to hit first?
Do the shit. Do the first one first.
All right. A 7. I rolled a 7.
Technically, this next one should be 10 severity worse, but whatever. Probably won't matter. Okay.
Mangled ear.
It sounds like effectively you stab him in the eye and he dies.
Okay. I'm gonna use the advantage to take a second attack. If you guys don't mind.
Okay. He falls over the railing and splats on the ground below. Tilly, you hear a splat.
No action.
Lat.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he'll dodge into this one.
You might. You keeping that?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have as much fortune points.
He just barely blocked it.
Okay.
Griff.
I don't stand for this dress man.
At this point, you guys probably are outnumbered 2-1, at least at the moment. As soon as one of these guys go down, that'll change.
Let's see him out do that.
This is the Griff man. This is the
Uh-huh.
a pretty good roll. He outdid it.
I would like him to re-roll.
I think that might be the first attack you've missed in a really long time without, flat out rolling a 90. Tilly.
Is...
Oh, wait, let me tell you what's going on down there.
Okay.
Oh, man, those doors are bulging, but they're not breaking yet.
Okay.
All right, go on.
I'm reloaded. I'm going to peek out, see if there's anybody to shoot. Do I see anybody?
From there, you see Dirk. But otherwise, yeah, you just going up a bit. If you get to about here, then you can see this guy's all by himself, or you can try to shoot up in here.
I'm not going to shoot him. Can I shoot him while I'm moving?
Yeah, you just get a minus 10.
That's fine.
Yeah. Your best targets are guy in dress, although there's a chance you hit Trent since you're firing into melee. It really is. It wouldn't be Trent at that point. It would be Trent or Goblin or Griff.
I'll shoot
or other Goblin.
I'll shoot him in the head.
Okay. Minus 20 on top of your cold shot.
That's fine.
Yep.
What could go wrong?
You missed by 20. So, do you want to re-roll?
I'll re-roll.
All right, you missed by 20. So, it'd be a 1 in 5. So Trent's 1, Griff's 2, and then the Goblins are 3, 4, 5. You might hit a Goblin. I mean, there's better than even odds. 3, 1, 2, 3. You hit that Goblin right next to him. I was just going to reroll 6, by the way. And your damage sounds like it would have been... What's your normal crossbow damage?
No clue.
11.
It's on the weapon.
But you were at minus 2, so it'd be a 9, and then he's got whatever he soaks. Just... What was that? 9 minus 3, 6? You hit him. He's not down, though. But this guy, you just put a crossbow bolt into.
Cool.
Yeah. Brent.
Shoot the one in the dress.
I'm trying.
Brent, at this point, I'm ignoring your go last Warhammer thing from here on out. So I don't know if I already told you that last session, but I'll keep telling you until I remember that I told you. I'm sick of worrying about it, and honestly, it feels like a big penalty given the penalties the Warhammer already has.
Okay. So I can hit this.
You can hit really either of those two near you.
Okay.
Obviously, the one dude looks. So as you move up, though, I will say the guy in the dress gives you a more appraising look and may turn his attention on you rather than Griff, depending what happens next here.
He's not going to be up long enough for that.
Well, that would be up to Trent. You've already gone and missed.
Sigmar's gonna. I mean, I missed because Sigmar's gonna make it happen.
Yeah. Nope, he is apparently a god among goblins.
I don't like you.
That seems extreme.
That does. I want to know how he won by that many on us.
It was a D1. On a what?
He rolled a 66.
Shield, I think. And your weapon gives him +1 defense success level. That's why I was like, your weapon's already got enough penalties. It doesn't need to be last. So what you can do here, if you wish, is spend a resolve, and you'll be able to ignore the unconscious part of it. Or, because we know this sucks from when Dirk had it, you could also spend a fortune, and just it never even hits you in the first place.
I'll spend.
Or you can take it too. I mean,
Fortune.
Right, so that's like the big fate point, permanent one. Did I say it the wrong way?
Permanent one is fate.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fate is the
My
big
bad.
fate.
You're
Okay.
right. I always say them backwards. But yeah, just flat out fate. Sigmar smiled upon you and made it never happen.
Where did it hit him?
In the collarbone. I mean body.
Yeah.
But,
Can he just take a point of damage from his armor to ignore crits?
Yeah.
This was a defense. Yeah, you could actually. This was a defensive crit. But yeah, you
I
can
will,
do
I will
that.
do that instead. Yeah.
Yep, that's smart. Thank you. Much, much better.
No better.
Yeah, this one goblin means business. The rest with bows mean business. But Dave, this guy runs out, but probably can't attack you. Let's find it. Nope, he can't attack you. He looks at you, gets confused. He honestly just stands there, not knowing what's going on after that.
Okay.
We got a guy attacking Griff.
No.
Yes.
You're not going to allow it.
You may defend, sir. Sneak that
No.
one by. Another goblin attacking Griff.
I need some of these crits that on the defense, and they're not happening.
That's where it is. We got this goblin's been attacking Griff the whole time, so he's just going to keep doing. Well, no, he was attacking Dirk. Nah, he's going to attack Griff. They smell weakness. Plus, Griff is actually wounded. Are you keeping that roll? It probably won't be much damage.
No, I better waste all my fortune. I only have one left. Will be great.
Because the next one coming is the boss man.
Much better.
It was not
Using
much
up
better.
those rolls.
All right, here comes boss man. He's going to keep going for you. They're at this point they see the benefit in just dropping one guy. I think, if they can. I forgot to give him a bonus. He hit you anyway.
I'm gonna totally take it, I guess.
Bow guy looks for a target. Debates between Dirk, who's just kind of standing there bleeding, not doing much, and Tilly, who's firing. And we'll shoot down at Tilly.
Can you shoot, move, shoot, and then move again? Is that against the rules?
Are you saying, like, can you fire halfway through your movement? Effectively?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get a -10. Oh, I see. You kind of, like, want
That's
to
what
run
I
out. Okay, so what's the problem? I'm confused. Or did you say you wanted to pop out, run back in? I mean, it's
Yeah.
but he could have done it during that, right? It's like a turn. It'd be a weird turn-based thing that allows that, right?
Well, he didn't see me. He didn't react fast enough.
That's actually not a bad point. I'm down with that. You were poking out around just enough to fire, and you ran back in. Anyone who had been ready could have shot at you. But yeah, this guy didn't really know what he was looking for, so yeah, I'll buy that argument.
Haha.
Bad news for Dirk, I think, but
Boo.
he shoots you and misses, though. Dirk thuds into the door next to you.
I would like to try and get more cover if that is possible somehow, some way.
Running back downstairs. Or
Go through that door.
Or that door, which you can tell is locked. You start picking it. I hope you roll real well.
I'm gonna try and pick it and hope I roll real well.
All right, give me a pick lock. It's just a. What is that lock? I'll look it up while you roll.
I think
How
you
about
did
that?
it.
Was that okay?
That was real good. You stick your lockpicks in there, and it just clicks. It was like, man, the easiest lock in the world. It's like a little. Really, it was almost like the credit card trick to get in through. Yeah, you can get in there if you want. Let me tell you what you see real quick.
There's a dragon.
As you were picking the lock, you did see that there were some splinters and stuff around the lock. Oh, hold on. You know what? With your roll of +6, I'm going to allow it anyway. It said the goblins had tried to get in this room and tried jamming a knife in the keyhole to pick the lock and ruin the lock mechanism. But with your +6, you do it anyway. So you're in there. You see a stuffed reptile as large as a horse hanging from the ceiling. A stuffed bear next to the door. There's a bookcase in here. It looks like a study, or given that she was a mage, probably like her arcane study, probably. Books, desk. You don't have time to take it all in. You don't see any combatants. That's good. Would you like to shut the door behind you, or are you just gonna run around the corner?
Run around the corner for now in case the group wants to try and come in.
All right,
Push the stuffed bear out.
Position yourself wherever you want to be. And then Dave, it looks like I have one more guy still on you, maybe.
All right.
I will continue to, check out the room to see if there's anything in here, but I don't want to expose myself.
You got to move Tilly just because she's in my way. All right, Dave, you have to just not real badly fumble this, I guess.
Real badly?
He's at a -5.
All right.
That'll do. All right. Dirk, I mean, that was kind of what you did last round. We just kind of... You know what? We'll have it be what you did this round, too. That was you.
Okay.
You had to get through the door. That probably took a full round by itself. So.
Yeah.
Bernard.
Telling you, topple that stuffed bear out.
So you got one guy on you who can attack. You have one dude who's staring at you confusedly. You see this guy with a bow looking for a target. It's probably going to be you if he's able to do it. And this guy seems like he knows what's up.
Oh, come on. That was a 10. Oh, well.
Well, I'd still do it. Nope. Shield.
Nope.
Shield is good stuff. And apparently so is rolling 5. Griff, I believe in you.
Nobody hit that round?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm looking at our advantage, and nobody hit that round. We got 0 advantage that round.
That might be right.
I mean, I hit the door.
Tilly shot. Well, she missed, but she hit someone anyway. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the leader guy's been hard to hit. I think that's why. Although maybe Griff does it?
Surely +3 will do it. Oh, he criticaled me too.
Well,
Bonus.
You can take a point off your body if you want.
I'm going to have to, or I will die.
And then you take 1 whole damage that is not soaked there. Tilly.
I reload.
All right, I'm just going to move on while you're doing that. Trent.
Sure.
Good news, guys. I did 1 damage to it.
Nice.
That's not true.
You know what that is? That's
Did
a
you?
point of advantage.
That's what it said. 1 damage applied.
To you. Oh,
Well, how
no,
much
you did
damage
hit. You did hit him. I'm confused. I had that backwards. Yeah, you did hit him. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 1 damage.
You drew blood. Ooh, Trent's maybe got this. Let's see how good I roll. Not good enough. Trent, you slam your Warhammer into him. He apparently has.
Yeah, the time I really
lot of
needed things to work.
toughness.
Oh well. I needed my last hit to hit him because it was against his head and would have been the only time I've ever had a chance to knock someone out. But
He, yeah, the shield's at an AP to him. That's why. Okay. All right, Goblin, who can't seem to get an attack off, is still going to try to attack. Bernard, that's still going on you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not anymore.
What? Why not?
This is round. This is round 8. I think it got cast on either round 1 or 2.
This is round 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's been a long combat.
I don't think I've taken 8 attacks.
No, you probably would have taken 5 or 6. 5, I think. Maybe 4.
Okay.
Round 1, I don't think anything happened. Air cast a spell. Round 2, you started going up the stairs. Round 3, you kept going up the stairs, ran into them. And then, I don't know, we're on round 8, so... I don't know, man. It is what it is. I could have accidentally hit the button, but I don't think so. I need to attack. Did I attack her? No, I didn't. Here we go. I believe in you, Dave.
What?
I believe in you. Defend. See, my belief was justified. Andrew, I don't believe in you.
I believe in me against 3 of these 4 guys. Twang. Uh-oh.
Journey down.
I'm gonna re-roll that, I guess.
Okay. That was worse.
Uh-oh. Told you we should have left this house last session.
It got you to exactly 0, which does nothing to you. It's really after that that's a problem. I need to redo.
Sure, the next 3 attacks will be fine.
You may defend. Hey, hit that button. Gut wound to the guy in the door there. He's bleeding badly. More coming at you. Miss unless you mess it up. You didn't. And finally, big man. Let's see. Eric hit him. You hit him. Eric hit him harder.
But I'm about to drop.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an intelligence roll to see if he's smart enough to keep going for you. I don't know why that was opposed. Nope.
I win.
He's switching. He's more worried about himself and doesn't see the benefit in dropping you. Ooh, real bad roll. Could still hit, but real bad. Coming at you, Eric. Also a real bad roll. Should I keep that one, or you got to reroll?
No, take it.
Yeah, 4 damage after the soak. No big deal. I mean, not nothing, but you know,
not that big a deal.
Guy with the bow looking around. Definitely doesn't want to shoot into his leader's group. I think he's going to watch. Tilly, you don't know this, but he's watching to see if you pop up again. Oh, Adam's frozen on my screen. Oh, there he is.
He can shoot the wargs when they come in any second.
Any second.
Hey, we got one last attack. Oh, yeah, I forgot to roll for them.
Go get the meat bags out and bring them here.
Yeah. That was a real bad roll for me, Dave.
Yeah. Well, let's see how bad I can roll in comparison.
Good enough.
Pretty close.
What did I just? That was not the roll I wanted.
169.
I think they just made. I think they just made negative progress breaking the door down with that roll. So. All right. You guys currently have 4 advantage. They have 5. It looks like. Given that I've spent none, that sounds like I've hit 5 times. Weird. That doesn't sound right. It feels like I've hit more than that, but whatever. Someone's bleeding. Someone else is bleeding. Oh, that guy's dead. I can just delete him. Oh, yeah, this guy's bleeding. He's probably going to get out of there. Dirk, you're up. Let me tell you what else you might see in
Who
this room.
fell unconscious?
Did anyone fall unconscious? Oh, the guy who was already dead, who fell over the balcony.
Okay.
Still falling.
Dirk, things you notice on the desk are what is almost certainly a spell book. Not that you would really know what to do with it, and there is a there's a potion in a red vial on the desk that literally says on it, "Healing Drought." It's got the label from the pharmacist. Whether or not it's accurate, you don't know. But that's stuff you notice now that you've been in here a little longer. I don't know if you want to do anything about that, but
I will try and take the healing drought, pick it up, and take it with me.
anything else you're doing?
I will pick up the book.
Giving you a healing drought. I don't know if I have the book handy, but I don't know. Make a note that you have it. Etelka's Grimoire. Not that.
And then I'm going to be kind of peeking outside to see the lay of the land, see if there's anyone.
Griff's in real bad shape. You see that?
Yeah, well, that's why I haven't taken it myself, because if I might try and give it to someone else, like the drought, like Griff.
Bernard.
If I'm able to.
I don't know if you guys can see. I gotta figure out how to make it so you can see how this guy's really wounded. I don't know if you remember. This guy is not.
Yep, that's the one I've been fighting. Is it my turn? All right.
Yep, it is.
Wow. God damn it.
Believe in you. You did it.
All right.
You can roll it for fun. You can roll it for fun, but he's dead. Okay, well, he's double dead now.
See, you can roll good when the crit doesn't matter.
Heck yeah. All right.
All right, he drops. Crits that you receive due to damage from being below 0 cannot be soaked by armor. It's just those weird bonus ones you get.
That makes sense.
Griff, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kill this guy just like every other round.
Look.
I'm gonna called shot a 1. Oh fuck.
Any of that fortune left?
I have a lot of fate.
I don't remember what all it can be used for. That might be one of the ones you can use to auto-succeed at something. That might be resolved.
After I roll.
No. Let me look. One of them is basically choose whatever die result you want, but I don't remember which kind of point that is. Feel free to look at the same time I do.
Instead of dying, you cannot die, but I think you're still out.
So that's if the damage would do it. But you can also do the thing Adam did where you just avoid a hit. That other one's better for the warehouse explodes. It's well, there's not really a roll for you to re-roll. I mean, it could also be you go down, but then somehow they don't finish you off. You get rolled into the gutter.
Right.
Yeah. Is that it?
That was the result of a fumble.
So that would be that would technically be a crit.
Uh-huh. I will use a fate point, and I'll be done. But I got 5 more to blow.
Maybe that's the true secret to not needing to do anything about those. How did that miss? Resolve point would be I will not fail, and you can just choose what number you rolled.
Okay.
I mean, that would be another way to fix this, essentially.
Okay. Well, I'm done this turn.
Very well.
Wait, is there enough points?
Yes.
I'll attack him again, but better.
Have at it.
And I'll use a
You know
resolve
what?
because
Hold
fuck
on.
it.
I never actually had him defend. Let me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now you can go.
I roll a 1 at him. Bam. Called shot to the head. No, wait. I roll a 9? I think I crit on a 9. I should roll a 9 to the head.
You're doing the auto hit thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 would be the best. Roll it, and I will modify the result. He still gets to. I think he still
10.
gets to defend.
I guess 10 is the best.
I think he still gets to defend, but it's going to count as some sort of hit no matter what, even if he
Okay.
rolls amazing, I believe. I suppose you're staring at that right now. It'd feel pretty bad if you do it and he just rolls well, and then it's
So 10.
10's better?
I crit on like 10 places and doubles.
1 sec.
If that's true, how different is a 10 and an 11?
Well, it's 1 better.
Could be a hit location difference.
Okay.
Oh, but I wanted it hit in the head. I wanted a called shot in the head.
Called shot.
Figure out where that is.
Which I didn't roll. No,
Which
with the -20.
If you pick your number that you roll, it effectively picks the location. Oh, I see. I don't think you can do the -20. I guess you could. Why not? Yeah, I guess you could. You'll succeed by less, but I'm just gonna cancel. Yeah, I gotta. You gotta roll one more time and target him. Oh, if you cause a critical, you can choose the location struck rather than randomizing it.
Okay, then well, I'll still just do it this way. It'll be easier.
So your minimum success level, even if he does really well, is 1.
Oh, then I guess I wouldn't get the -20 then with the fortune. So I'm really bad at this.
So confused. Okay. You rolled, right?
Yeah, but with the -20 called shot. But if I can pick the location, then I would.
Then you don't need to. Okay, I got you. I got this. We're on it. Except you didn't have him targeted. Do it again and target him. I believe in you.
It's getting good now.
5th attack is going to be the term. You look.
And then and make sure you take the 4. Or I can do it. I guess I didn't do it.
I got it. You don't have to do it. It'll probably just mess things up.
There it goes.
All right. He's going to still defend. You won by 1, which turns out what it would have been the minimum.
Did you make it a 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Which gave you +6. He had +5. That said, you hit. I'm going to see if his head armor's less. He's got like a armored helm on. But his armor's all the same everywhere. Now, however, head critical. If it lets you roll on that, roll on that. Otherwise, just roll me a D1. That'll work.
That was.
Oh, that's not a head. Wait, how does?
That's still the arm.
That crit table said head critical, though, right?
Yeah, it didn't have a box pop up. I rolled on the other card because I'm a jerk.
Oh, okay. So with your 88, you get disfiguring blow. Let me see what that is.
Doesn't sound killing enough.
You probably knocked his teeth out. It's that. I don't know if you're allowed to click on that, but You're below.
3 bleeding, 3
Smash.
blinded, 2 stun. That's good.
Really, he should just spend a point of armor and cancel it out, but that wouldn't be very dramatic. Smash his entire face, destroys his eye and nose in a cloud of blood, gain 3 bleeding, 3 blinded, and 2 stunned. Lose your eye and nose, amputation. Yeah. So in the future, I might be a jerk and actually use the
Yeah, that's fine.
armor, but I feel like it was
I don't-
here. Right. He's stunned. Did it say prone too? What else do you have on him?
I don't think it did.
Stunned and blinded and bleeding. Okay. You dug down deep. Tilly.
Tilly's dumb. She's gonna pop her head out.
All right, I'm going to let you fire first, and then he's going to get his reaction shot.
Maybe
If you-
both arrows.
At me.
If
We'll
you
hit
shoot
him
him
midair.
and you kill him, you win.
Sweet. Which one is it?
The guy you see aiming at you, he sees you
Oh.
pop out, he starts drawing a bead, but your initiative's faster, so I'm letting you go first.
Minus 10, 20 for moving? 10.
Nice.
10.
Bang.
Nice. Good so far. That does indeed kill him.
Yes.
Well, I mean, he's
unconscious.
unconscious and dying, so yeah, whatever. But
Oh,
broke his
he's
I might
encumbered too.
recover someday.
you broke his collarbone with an arrow. That's very good. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I guess the broken bone did it. All right,
Must
good
have
job.
dropped his strength or something.
Brent, the guy in dress just got real messed up.
Yeah, you can get messed up some more.
Yeah. Probably. He's probably real easy to hit now. Well, actually, he's probably still hard to hit, but that was a good roll. All right, he gets minus 50 because he's minus 20 from stun and minus 30 to tests related to sight. That's rough. He still had a good roll.
What an asshole.
I mean, the Trent hit him, but that was a
I
good
know.
roll. It looks like that. No, that wasn't hit. He rolled head. Okay. Alrighty. Goblin on Dave. There's only one now. No more. Plus 20. He hits, though, maybe.
What?
He's swinging at you and screaming. He didn't see his leader go down, so he's not freaking out. I guess his leader's not technically down, but that was real good, Dave.
Got him.
Griff, this one continues to stab at you.
I take down to you.
I need to get the little add-on that like highlights the guy whose turn it is, so you know who I'm saying when I say this guy. Yeah, you did dig down deep.
Every hit you do removes a fate point from me, so try to roll better.
That guy was given 50-50 to stay in it, and he rolled a 50, so he stays in it. It could hit you, just if you roll real bad. Maybe you'll fumble and kill yourself.
I'd have to roll 100, I think.
Yeah. One more guy attacking you. This was the leader's fault for switching to hit Trent. He needed a higher intelligence. Oh, I'm excited.
Well, I'm
Nope.
going to use the fate point, but you can roll whatever you want to roll, I guess.
Well, you could wait to see the crit before you use the fate point.
It doesn't. This is not going to be that bad. Hold on. Jarred arm.
So you can decide now whether or not you want to use a fate point.
Yeah, I need my arms for this combat, Dave.
The right arm, and you get it back in.
It's a two-handed weapon, Dave.
What's your toughness bonus?
4, probably.
Just dig down deep.
It'd only be for 3 rounds.
I'm not going to go hide in another room like some other people.
This guy's stunned. He'll stagger backwards. Trent, you can follow easily. He's like a couple steps. It's not like he's going. I'll just leave him there. He's staggering around. He doesn't know what he's doing. I was trying to be cinematic. I'm not actually trying to move around.
Yeah.
He's pretty blind. You know what? 10% chance he goes over the rail. Nope. Meanwhile, those doors are still banging. Nope. That guy, I'm gonna just... he's dead. He's going. All right. Who's bleeding? Oh, gut bag. Just fell down.
Oh, no.
From blood loss. You got rid of a blinded condition, though. Someone else is bleeding, too. Oh, the one you ran through. Gut bag, give him another 10% chance to go over the railing. Nope. Dirk. How's it going? Were you doing anything?
Do I think I can get out there and give Griff the healing drought?
That seems real hard to pass off and have him drink mid-combat. It's possible, but, like, I probably wouldn't let him roll melee defense if he's doing that. You know what I mean? Probably dodge instead.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna just try and see, like, do I see anyone else out there, who can...
You see... so you see the melee going on here. You see Bernard fighting one goblin, and you see Tilly down there, I assume, reloading her crossbow. I'm not real sure.
Yep.
Tilly's down below. Actually, you might not see Tilly, given where she's at right now.
And can I get in on the Bernard combat, or no?
Not easily.
Super far away. Yeah.
Do you have climbing?
I'm saying, well, if I started making my way there now...
I think you'd have to go through combat first.
I think with climbing, you could maybe, like, there's a part of the stairway that comes up under the ledge. Maybe you could, like, jump up and come around. If you like climbing roll, maybe? I don't know. Sure. We could do something like that.
Don't fall. What was it, like 2 stories is enough to kill a person?
Like, you'd be going down the stair. Actually, that one. Yeah. So there's got to be where, like, the stairway comes up into the landing, right? So you could, like, jump from where the stairs come up to back where, like, the opening is, where they allow you to come up. You could do, like, that could be athletics, too. Athletics or climb. Your choice. You could either be hugging the wall or you could just be running and jumping. Worst case, if you fail, is you're falling down, like, a few steps. Granted, you got, like, 1 health. No, you wouldn't fall all the way down. Like, you'd have to fumble to fall down the tower part of it. Yeah, no, you run and you jump and you, like, you just don't quite make it. You're on the... You don't take damage, though. You're, like, down the steps a little bit.
Then I think I will, not do anything this turn.
Well, that's what you did this turn. Bernard. I'm going to move Tilly again.
Okay. Can I push past this guy? I want to come over here and help these.
So if you want to do something like that, it's going to be the thing where either he gets a free attack or you try to do a dodge. But I would say with that, one way or the other, you can get around him. It's just whether or not he gets the attack or not.
Okay. Can I use 2 advantage and the flee from harm to move from one side of combat to the other?
I forgot that existed, and I should totally use that for my guys sometimes. Yeah, you could totally do that.
Okay.
Isn't there also, like, knock people over?
There's trick, but that's you trick an opponent, perform opposed abilities. You can blind and a blaze, maybe.
Batter is trying to knock someone down. I should have been spending my advantage to push people over rails. That would have been fun. Oh well.
Oppose strength with your opponent.
I mean, you could do that too, but
no, I want to get around him so that I can maybe potentially attack one of these guys that's on grab.
Yeah, go ahead and move then.
All right.
Gut bag is
down and
bleeding. Yeah, he's. Right. I mean, he's definitely out of it. Whether or not he's dead.
All right, I'm attacking this guy then. And this is
right. Well, it's good because you just took away their. Well, actually, I guess they already lost her.
I'm attacking that guy in the back. I should have got like +20, right?
Yeah, let me hook you up. That'll hit him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Hey, a
dead.
24. All right.
He's dead. Griff, it's back to you again.
I'm killing a guy.
Which one?
One of the ones who's trying to get me.
This guy's wounded. This guy is not wounded.
Bam.
You got him. Pretty good. But he's got health left. He's got 2 health left. Billy, I assume you're reloading?
You know.
It's always your turn when I remember to see how that door's doing down there. Still holding. They're just making pathetic little goblin strength rolls against it over and over again.
That fire is doing good work. It's distracting them. They can't see with all that smoke in their eyes.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Trent, you're up.
Can he kick the dead bodies out of the way and get up in this doorway with us?
Yeah, I'll delete this guy. Gutbag's still up there, but he's down. He's bleeding. His face is all messed up. He's effectively dead if you leave him be.
You're going to have to move me in, basically, because it treats it as a wall there that I can't move over. Thank you.
Yep. Both those guys are wounded now. Gets his shield up and blocks with his roll of 10.
Nice.
Goblin on Dave will follow you.
Okay.
Attack you from behind.
All right. I don't have anybody in front of me anymore.
Yeah, but
I know.
oh, wow, that was pretty good. Your armor can soak the. Well, if you have armor on your right arm,
I do.
You can soak the
I
part of it.
do. I will go to combat and right arm.
Mm-hmm.
Right arm. All right. And now I will try to defend. 3. Holy shit.
Did you want to reroll? I hit damage before you even.
I succeeded on my roll.
Oh, he had +4. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
He rolled real good.
Yeah.
Well, it was that rear attack. All right.
Yep.
Goblin on. Just going to keep going for Griff. Honestly, at this point, hold on. Let me make some rolls here. They have nowhere to go is part of their problem. That is a real bad roll, though. All right. The goblin in front of Trent, even knowing it probably means he's dead anyway, throws down his sword and surrenders. The other one does not. The other one continues attacking Griff. You may defend, Griff. You're supposed to miss that. Hey, I've got advantage. I should use some of that. I'm dumb. I don't have anyone left to use it. Yep. Oh, Gutbag died from blood loss. Very sad for him. You should just stab him in the face if you didn't want him dead. Dirk. Anything? You could try climbing. You get up on that ledge.
I'll try that again.
Climbing or acrobatics if you're going to try to jump again. And when I say acrobatics, I mean athletics. But your athletics is better. It must be those wounds slowing you down. You just keep jumping and you're not quite getting that.
Yeah. Not entirely surprising.
Bernard.
All right, I'm turning around and taking this guy out.
Good
Hit me in
call.
the back. Hit me in the back, will ya?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Do I get the crit roll first?
I did that for you. Stub toe. Well.
Wait, you hit the crit button?
Yeah, sorry.
Robbing you
I
of
robbed
your
you
agency.
of your stub toe. Yeah, you hit him. He did damage. He doesn't look like he wants to be here anymore either, but really they have nowhere to go, so it's kind of Now let me give him. Yeah, he sticks with it even with that bad of a roll. Griff,
You can go out a window.
there's one window, and I doubt he can get to it. I like what you're doing here. You suck.
Sleep leg.
It's still one.
I gave him a bad cut. He'll bleed to death later.
He's dead. Tilly. Oh, I gotta check the door. Tilly. The doors splinter hard. And you can tell you have like a round, maybe two, but for sure they're coming down now. I either through. I'm just giving you a round or two before they're through. I'm sorry. What did you say?
You think I can fit up the chimney?
You can just walk up the stairs.
Do you wear armor?
So you can just come up to kill us, and then you can leave.
If you ditch your chainmail shirt, yeah, probably.
How much is a chainmail shirt worth?
I don't know.
More than you make in a month.
2 gold. I mean,
more than you make
maybe. And I'll assume your crossbow's like dangling behind you on a rope with your pack, and you're like pulling it up or something.
Yeah.
All right.
I yell, "They're coming in! I'm out of here!"
So, the people in the kitchen see you start to go up the chimney.
Yeah.
And they hear that, and they're panicking. And the halfling's
Follow
going to
me
try.
if you want to live.
Yeah, they'll try. We'll see how that goes. Trent.
Okay.
There's just the one to the south of us, right?
There's one here. I don't know if you can see him, and then there's one on Dave. Yeah. And that I think
Nope,
that's all that's left.
The one
Isn't
on
that the one that surrendered in the room?
You know what? I think Griff killed the one that surrendered.
You know what? I would kill them even if they had surrendered.
I mean, yeah.
This isn't a surrender kind of battle.
Yeah, he knew that. That's why I had such a low chance he'd even bother. But he rolled a 90.
Sigmar told me to kill these guys.
Trent, you can hit that, but he's dead.
Yeah.
Sploop. All right. The one dude who's left will try to drop Bernard because he's got nothing else he can do.
Well, let's get him, and then everybody be quiet, and maybe the guys outside will think we left.
Well, we can go in that room.
He's digging down deep with all their advantage that I have forgotten to spend this whole time.
Yeah. We can go in that room that they were locked, and we can relock it.
You just need to grab all their bows and shoot them as they come up. It seems
I'm
pretty
going to
effective.
reroll.
That was worse.
God damn it! All right, I'm down.
Well, you've got the typical fortune, fate, whatever options, or you can take this crit.
All right. Fortune or fate?
Whatever the big one is. I don't know the names. I'm bad.
Fate.
Yeah.
This is not a crit.
That would completely nullify the hit. You could get your health back that I already took off you. Whatever it was. 3 or 4. I assume.
Yeah, I was on 3.
You know what? I can roll the crit too. You can decide after I roll the crit if you want.
Okay. Let's see what it is. Do I lose my leg?
No, that was a bad one. I rolled an 80 or something.
Dislocated knee. Pass a hard endurance. Regain the stun condition, which is not removed. You receive medical attention. To repair and reset the knee.
Bad timing for that. I would say Eric doing a heal check is probably good enough, but bad timing for
yeah, I guess I spend the fate point.
Oh, well, hey, this has alleviated the need for me to worry about weird rules for fate, so great.
That's the first time that's ever happened, isn't it? Is this the first time you spent fate?
No, Adam was the first one to do it back when he knocked on a door and they shot him with a shotgun at like point blank. And then all the dogs in the city were killed as a result, as I recall. Dirk, everybody's messed up except Trent, is what you're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get in and try and help out somehow.
You can get ready to lock that door as
Hey,
we run in there.
you can get all the way up to that goblin if you want to attack it.
This one over here?
Yeah, there's room now. You should drop him and say, I did it, guys. I saved us. It'd be great.
All right, crap! I forgot my headshot.
I think it'll probably not matter. Yeah, he blocked. Bernard, this is your time to shine.
All right.
Wow. You got him, Dave. He's done. All right. So we're going out of combat. And Adam, you're down there. Shuck your armor off real quick. And you...
I can't, it doesn't lay flat. I can't like put it on my rope.
It's a chain shirt. You could probably, if you want to take an extra round, like shove it in your pack or something.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Shawshank it behind you.
Since I don't think it matters what other people are doing for this, go ahead and give me a climb roll at plus 40.
Okay.
I don't think it's a hard climb. I think it's a slow climb. All right, so you wedge yourself in there. And with that roll, you're actually making pretty good speed going up. And the little halflings behind you poking at you to hurry. And the humans, well, the first one starts trying to get up there and is having trouble figuring out how to do it. And the other one's yelling at him. And that's about all you know. We'll get back to you.
You can do it. Follow me to safety.
You guys upstairs have probably 2 or 3 rounds before that door splinters. So now's the time if you want to do any heal checks, start running. I don't know. Any longer term actions, let me know.
I used a healing drought in the bottom of the first combat. Does that count as a separate combat?
If it was not part of the same round thing, we'll say it's a different combat.
Okay.
If anybody needs healing droughts, I have a couple on me.
There's exceptions to that. Like, I think if combat starts again in about 3 rounds, I'd call that all the same. But you guys had a good break between some of your combats as you were
looking out the window, like sneakily. Is there anyone keeping an eye on the side of the building?
There is no window there.
There is a window there. Someone climbed into it.
Not where you are. It's up by where Tilly looks like she... Well, you don't know. It's up here.
That's the opposite side of the house from the outside of the house.
I specified that last week.
The outside is wrong. I went around the other side.
Yeah.
Lame. What's this about a chimney when we can use a window?
You do see a window. You hear lots of wolves down there. The downside is you doubt you can outrun them if you hit ground level. But maybe they won't know you're there.
The wolves are just surrounding the building?
Not. They're not surrounding the building, but I don't know. Depends how stealthily you think you can get away, I guess, if you think dropping
my intention is to leave once they breach.
All right, so you're going over and you're by the window. That's what you're doing. Let's go to Dirk, Bernard, and Trent.
Okay.
I guess the first thing I'm looking for, if anyone's doing healing, I want to know that now, because that's...
I ask if anyone needs this healing drought more than me. If so, I will give it up. Otherwise, I'm taking the healing drought that I found. I'll try it. I'll say I think it's a healing drought. I'm not positive. It seems like it.
It says right on it, healing drought, and it's red. It's got to be healing.
I want a real one. I have a real one.
I mean, I'm willing to give this one a try.
Well, once I'm in position, if I can attempt to heal myself, I would do that. But I don't know how long that takes.
Do you have bandages? I think you
Of
do.
course,
right?
I have bandages.
I believe I've let healing typically be 1 round for like the quick first aid type, which feels silly, but that's kind of
Yeah.
the rules work. I've just
Maybe I'll heal myself.
I just don't like it like mid combat if you're right next to the melee or whatever. But you can roll that while you're looking out the window. That was real bad.
Ooh.
You might have just hurt yourself. Just
I'll
hilarious.
have to look those rules
Poke
up.
a finger into an open
What's
wound.
your int bonus?
3.
Then you did 2 points of damage to yourself.
Cool.
Bandage is on real tight, so that's good.
You may lose your arm, though.
Real tight.
All right, Derek.
Yeah.
Here,
What are you doing?
here's what Bernard's doing.
Yeah.
He heard the yell of they're coming in, so he's going to prop up 2 of the goblin bodies on the railing.
Yeah.
So that when those guys come in, he can dump them over the rail and have them hit and splat right in front of them.
Which 2
and then
bodies?
he's gonna try an intimidate check. So he's gonna tell them something like, "If you don't leave now, you'll be dead too." One of those bodies is going to be their leader.
That was the main thing I was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. And Trent, what are you doing?
Healing anyone who needed it, and then probably helping.
Helping with the body ploy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perception check. Yeah, you've got enough time to do healing on both of them. If you're not looking to do much else.
Dirk and Griff.
Yeah.
Griff's in a whole different.
Oh, sorry, Dirk and Bernard.
Used up his healing check.
Dirk and Bernard, yeah. I made perception rolls for everybody. Let's see here.
Well, I don't help Dirk any. There you go, Bernard.
None of you guys are really shield users, but the shield of that goblin gut bag jumps out at you again as, man, that is a really high quality shield.
Well, I'm not going to pitch that over then.
Yeah. I was making kind of a perception roll, like, what loot stands out to anyone? Just at a glance, and that would be the thing. I'm trying to see what his weapon is. I think it was just a normal sword. Oh, he did have a diamond tiara perched on top of his helmet. Probably fell off when he took the crit to the face. It's probably down on the ground below. And he does have a torn up red ball gown, in case you're into that. Short bows everywhere. Plenty of arrows. Could be gathered quickly if anyone wants that while you're here. And Trent healed Bernard for 8, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Dirk for
0.
0. Okay, so Tilly, you have climbed up and you are on the roof of this building, and you can look down through the skylight should you wish. Otherwise, you're going to have to start now climbing down the outside, which you are either going to want rope or get a good climb roll, because this is the sort of thing where if you fail coming down on the outside of not the easiest to climb surface, that would be a fall, right?
I'm not worried about it.
Okay, fair enough. The halfling's right up there with, what does the halfling have? Move you up to this. Halfling's got a meat tenderizer. Yep. But you brought it with. She's up there with you, asking how we're going to get down. And the humans... Nice. They give up trying to go up the chimney and they're probably like running up the stairs as you hear the doors finally break and you hear some dogs barking and goblins are shouting things that you don't understand. And Dave pushes the bodies?
Yeah.
Or you probably wait a second until...
I'm waiting until
You're sure they'll see.
Far enough in. Yeah. I want them to see the bodies getting splat.
So you see...
Well, I don't know about his plan, so after 5 seconds after the doors breach, I'm going out the window.
You see a few wolves run in, because they're definitely ahead. And it's not like they come in and they go look up at you or anything. They're not that smart. They're looking at the bodies and they're like sniffing them, and for them that's food, right? You shove the bodies over the edge. The wolves don't seem particularly perturbed by that. If anything, they go kind of investigate that and start looking at it. However, give me an intimidate roll. Plus 40.
Plus 40? All right.
Yeah.
Where's... Gosh, plus 40.
And what, if anything, were you yelling?
I basically leave or you'll die too. You will die just like your leader.
So the wolves are completely unaffected by this, and you see a few more coming in. But they seem more interested in the bodies at the moment. Although a few are kind of like moving towards the steps and sniffing, and there might be a few that come up. The goblins definitely have not come in. You hear them talking to each other, and you actually think you hear them retreating, although not like running away, but like very cautious. You're unsure how many are down there, but I think when one of you were looking down the slope, you had seen about 10 wolves and 5 goblins.
Yep, 10 wolves, 5 goblins.
The numbers you hear of goblins, it's probably in that ballpark. It's not like you're hearing 20 of them down there for sure.
If the goblins don't come rushing in, I say we should get over in this room. I kind of start making my way over there.
Okay. Andrew, we'll get to you in a sec. Trent and Dirk, are you going with Bernard?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
This room, you can quickly determine the other 2 doors are locked. And this one, Dirk could potentially relock, but he'd have to have a pretty good roll because the lock mechanism was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
That said, Griff, you're climbing out the window, and are you going up or down?
Going down.
All right,
it's going to be great.
Let me look at climb. They don't have a lot on that, do
Climbing?
they? Yeah. If climb isn't an issue, and a climb is relatively easy, anyone with climb skill can automatically be assumed to climb. Yeah. Which makes sense. A lot of times I've done that, and I've done it more for speed. This, however, I don't think this is an easy climb. Yeah, give me a climb roll, Griff. Let's see what happens. That was pretty good. You dangle out the window and find a few cracks in the stones that you can get some finger and handholds in, and you kind of drop yourself down. And then you're doing what?
I want to keep the building, like be on the opposite of the building as the entrance.
Yep.
And sort of go northwest up into the mountains until I feel like I have pretty good cover.
Right, give me a stealth roll, just as a general, how good you are at getting away without being seen. All right.
Playing. They're not looking for me.
Killy, you're up on the roof.
Yeah, what do I see?
Probably see Griff running off to the northwest. Northeast, whichever direction he said.
I'll tell them about you once you've died.
You could also get down. You got not any harder of a climb, but you have more of a climb.
Can I see the wolves? Are they in the building?
Sounds like all the wolves are in the building. If you're kind of walking around, taking a look by the front, you see the goblins have backed off. Like, your smoke is mostly dissipated. There's a little bit. You're definitely smelling it more, and your eyes probably sting a little bit. It's not like an obscuring cloud. goblins are down on the... just like at the base of the stairs there.
Okay.
They've backed out of the building. They've got bows. You see 5 of them. 3 of them have bows trained on the door, and like 2 of them do have bows in hand, but they're like talking to each other and not really paying attention to the door. Seems like they're arguing about what they're going to do.
I'll follow my party member as best I can.
Give me a climb roll.
Okay.
You leave the halfling on the roof.
Get your own exit.
She's fine. She's working there. She got scared and ran away.
Push her off the other side as a distraction.
Tilly would do that.
So I made a cool roll for the halfling, which was close enough that I think she'd try it after she sees you doing it. Your roll is not successful, but I don't think you fall. I'm going to say you're like partway down and you kind of lose your grip and you fall a bit.
Okay.
Unless you have a reroll or anything, but it could get worse. So.
I'm going to keep with that roll.
All right.
I fell 3 stories once and it was fine.
Because you fell on the bad guy.
You didn't fail bad enough that like you fall without being able to like try to break your fall. So we're going to count it as like a plan to jump essentially, which I know lowers the damage. Fall distance effectively. So you were halfway down. We'll call it like 3 yards. You're maybe like 3 yards up when you fell.
Lethal.
That's almost 10 feet.
Almost 10 feet. All right. Make an athletics test at plus 20 to lessen the damage you sustain. For each success level, you can fall 1 less yard, essentially.
How about 0?
All right. So yeah, your climb wasn't so bad. You get partway down, you start to slip, and then you're like, fuck it. You just kind of jump and land decently in a way that doesn't hurt anything. Cool. The halfling, however, who decided to follow you, got a -6 on her climbing roll. So she hangs over the edge and goes for the very first thing to grip and slips and falls and is probably falling about 8 meters.
I catch her.
And without that, no. She probably gets down before you do, honestly. And takes 1d10 plus 18 plus...
Tilly says, I'll go for help.
28 damage. Had 8. Oh, she took a 200 crit plus... She splattered. She just went... Head smacked the rock. She's dead.
I've never been more proud of you, Adam.
NPCs.
I told her to stay. That's what I said. Tell you guys.
I'm going to give the goblins a perception roll, but it's going to be a hard one. That's not going to... They didn't hear it. Might attract the wolves in a little bit. You get down and you
scream on the way down.
Scream on the way down, yeah.
You know, honestly, that's fair. Let me give her a cool roll.
Don't worry, I'm trying to get Adam caught.
Oh no, yeah, she screamed. Given their perception of 75, let me see what their score is. Honestly, they rolled so bad they probably... There's enough going on. Wolves are barking. They probably didn't hear it. Perception is based on what? Initiative. Oh, they have a 20. Nope, they didn't hear it. Besides, it wasn't a very long scream. It was and you're following the direction Griff went?
Yeah.
Give me a perception roll.
Oh, your own place. I hate you so much now.
Griff, what was your stealth? -2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, hold on.
So
hold
Tilly, okay.
Hold on. I see him.
You used a fortune for that. I was going to say you know the direction he went, but don't see him. But no. Okay, you see him, and you follow. All right, you guys up in the room.
Yep.
I assume Trent's in there too. All right.
Yeah, so are the humans. They came up with us. Let's shut this door and do
I actually forgot about that. Hold on. Because the wolves might see them going up the stairs and get real excited. All right. They come sprinting up the stairs as you're like, come on. That That I had kind of forgotten. So a couple wolves, I mean, they see prey, they start running. Do you shut the door on them, or do you let them in and risk the wolf or two getting in as well?
I'm letting the guys in. I mean,
Let them in. I'll beat the wolves down.
Yeah, no we can all.
They'll learn.
If the wolves get here, they will not
If
remain.
the wolves
here.
come charging up, I will take the round to try to turn my hammer in.
Oh, into fire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
They actually are fast enough that they get up there. A couple of them.
Oh, the humans?
Who's shutting the door?
I am.
Give me an initiative roll. Which is I.
That is. Oh, there it is.
You're going to be hard pressed to fail that because I rolled real bad. Yeah, you actually managed to close it before they can get enough in the way, but they're outside the door barking and scrabbling at it.
Sure.
Okay.
Dirk, you could try to lock it again. Otherwise, really, anyone who turns the knob is going to be able to get in. Luckily, wolves don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I let everyone know I don't have a lot of confidence in this because that mechanism's pretty messed up.
I believe in you, Dirk.
It's a janky lock. All right.
Yeah, I know it didn't work.
Yeah.
And let me do one more hit of what's in this room for those of you who have not been in here. Stuffed bear, some sort of stuffed reptile.
When you say stuffed reptile, do you mean like a plush stuffed reptile, or is this like some?
No, like taxidermy, but it was a big one. Okay. Large as a horse, it said. It doesn't specify what it is. Could be kind of like that basilisk you saw, maybe.
Huh. All right.
I think that'd actually be too small, though. This thing would be too small. There's a bookcase with a bunch of books on it. There's the desk with quill, inkwell, parchment. Looks like, some letters and stuff on it. There had been a spell book that
Dirk ran off with.
Got grabbed already. Probably if you wanted to just swoop everything on the desk into a sack or something, that wouldn't be hard. The bookshelf would take more time, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not putting
that
book back.
I think that's it in terms of interesting stuff you see. It's mostly books and papers. Potentially, you could do a good search of the office, but you don't really probably feel like you have time at the moment. Like for secret stuff. You got the surface level stuff, for sure.
Well, I mean, we may just have to hold up here until we determine what the goblins are going to do. I mean, if they leave, that'll be easier to get out. I'll start looking around for. Obviously, the wolves don't like fire, so I'll start looking around for something that we can make torches out of or whatever. Probably have a torch in my bag.
You remember seeing torches on the first floor.
Sure.
In this room, there are books. There's plenty of stuff you can burn in this room.
Sure.
None of it's junk, but yeah, there's plenty of stuff you can burn. You set the bear on fire, honestly.
I most likely have a torch in my bag, so.
Okay. We will probably stop here with Griff and Tilly heading out.
We're gonna go make the new party.
They do.
At the moment, what you guys know is there's definitely wolves out there. They sound like there's a few right outside the door, but a lot of them just seem to be chewing on bodies and stuff. So you can definitely hear them doing that. It does not sound like goblins have come back inside.
Okay.
And I will say, in my opinion, any situation could go either way, but this is definitely not a definitive TP case. Well, 3-person TPK thing. I think you guys have a very real shot of getting out of here. I'm not overly worried for you from the standpoint of let's find out before next week in case you have to make a new guy. Obviously, things can go wrong, but you got options.
Cool.
All right. As far as I know, we're on next week. My parents are coming into town, but usually they are gone by Sunday night. I will let you know if that changes. I know.
Which? Let's see.
And good news, you all get your fortune back, so hey, that'll make a difference.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I put a no in the schedule for me on, I believe it's the 27th. I need to make sure of that.
Was that the one you were out L2, or is that the one after you're out?
No, and in fact, the one that I said last week, which was the first weekend in May, got moved back to the second weekend in May.
It's Easter, the 20th.
Yeah, Easter's the 20th.
And my nephew's getting married on the 26th, so I'll be out for that.
The 20th, I believe I am going to be not. I will verify. I'm going to put it as a no in the schedule. I'm pretty sure I'm going on the 20th.
He said married?
Yes, he's getting married.
I first interpreted that as buried. And I was like, that's a really long time for a funeral.
Dave's out the 27th. All right.
I'll verify that date, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
There's a decent chance we'll have next week and then 2 weeks off, but we'll see. I'll play it by ear. Might depend how next week goes, whether or not how critical I feel it is to have Dave around. I think you got a pretty good chance of getting out of here, given their morale. If it goes to straight up combat with 10 wolves and 5 goblins, so then I don't like your odds, but I think it's not going to be that rough.
The wolves ran from fire. We know that's a thing.
Yep.
So that's probably a pretty big help.
Yep. That was kind of my thinking. I think Sigmar's fiery hammer might be the decider here.
Even just regular fire, right?
Yeah, that's not bad either. But let's face it, when you got Sigmar backing you. All right, I'm not going to give out any bonus XP till you guys are out of here and perhaps have learned plot relevant stuff. But you did murder a whole lot of goblins. Did someone pick up that shield, or is it just sitting out there?
I picked it up. I scooped it up on the way out.
Well, then I'm going to put it on your sheet, which might weigh you down, but...
Well, I'm going to put it in a bag, which will not weigh me down.
Not sure your shield would fit in a bag.
All right, well, I'll put something else in a bag. I don't know. I'll find something.
Just strap it to his arm where it doesn't weigh anything.
I'll put it on you. Actually, yeah, if you use it, it's not a...
I will not be encumbered if I give all of my money to somebody.
I think it tells you in the thing more than it probably should, but, yeah, just ignore it.
Okay.
It does what it's supposed to do. That's it.
Nice.
I'm going to shut the stream now.